Hello, hello, hello. Are we live?
We are live. My name is
We
Karen
are
Hugo, and
live. We
all
are
I'm going to talk about
live.
today is Giselle. My name is
Ah!
Karen. I love Giselle, Giselle,
Okay, I just got the
Giselle.
notification. Hello, hello. We live. We live. I wonder if I could do the cars and go boom and not get sued.
We like
The car,
the cars
the
that
cars
go
that
boom,
go
boom,
boom.
boom, boom.
We're Tina and Bunny, and we like the boom.
Why you know
Girl,
the why you know the words?
I
You
know
know
all
all
of
the
them.
words.
Okay, I meant to do that little TikTok you told me to do.
Yes.
I have to do it so we won't get sued.
Okay.
But anyway, hello everybody. We are live. It's your girl Montique and Callie. I think Joy will be joining us in a little while. Um, so let's see. How was your weekend and I guess extended extra day, Callie?
Okay, well, yesterday I was stuck on one part of the couch
Oh,
for 24 hours. Migraine headache, I could barely move.
yeah.
Saturday, if I remember correctly, was okay.
I mean, I think yesterday we were all just not feeling too great.
Okay.
So it was just bad. Hey Antoinette, how are you, girl? She's on.
Hey,
Let's see.
Antoinette.
I guess I need to play our intro and then we'll kind of get into what's going on today. Let me find it, honey. It's Monday. So I'm used to Sunday, so I'm on it, but I ain't on it today. All right, here. Oh, is this it? Here we go. Yeah, I see Callie's pretty face. There we go.
Mhm.
At least she got some friends that'll rescue her. Would y'all rescue me?
What you mean?
Crickets.
If they was coming to get me, would y'all come tell me and let me know?
I don't mess with the Fed.
Let's be clear.
Y'all
Peter literally caught.
Oh my goodness.
And look, what it,
It
look.
sounds weird, I know, but I didn't get the feeling that I was talking to like a trash whore, low down type person.
Yeah.
Really?
She
She's
didn't
just
come
a
off
young
that way.
girl.
Is it playing?
Karen.
Kenya was not a video vixen.
Okay.
Kenya was a scholar.
Um,
Who was the trash whore person? I don't know what that's from. But I laugh at that every time because I'm
oh
like,
no. It was Simon's girl that he paid
oh,
$5,000 to. The
I
the
know it was
blonde
the
hair.
girl
Yeah.
who he paid with the blonde
Yeah.
hair. Okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
that makes sense now. I said, where is
Yeah.
it coming from? But anyway, so let's see. What do you want to talk about first, Callie? It was so much going
It
on.
it was. Did you just see the tweet from Ascal?
No.
I had to separate from it because I thought it was something really, really bad. I was going to cry with her. And then I saw what it was. She said, she told Wendy, I'm really sorry that happened to you yesterday.
Oh,
And Wendy said, thank you, sis, for having my back. So let's start with that.
what? So are
Mhm.
you talking about when they were at the, well, do I have a
Yeah.
picture of that? I do, but I didn't load it. I've got to load it. Her boo.
Uh,
They
I
look
don't
like they
know.
was hurting. What does everybody, did you think that they looked?
People are going in because, I mean, I understand it. And I don't think Giselle was, I
That's
don't
a little
know.
bit of it.
Well, see, look
I
at
got a
the.
better picture, but that's one that I have.
I mean, but is this picture been touched up at all? Anything
I,
been done to this picture?
that's
No.
another outfit. Oh, here's
Mm-hmm.
Joy. Joy's here. That's another outfit.
Mm-hmm.
This
Hi.
is, hey, Joy. This
Hi.
is her before, and then this
Yeah.
is her now. So, and then
Better
I got
work.
another one. I'll load it in a minute. But these are all of
Mm-hmm.
the changes with Wendy. Do you think they were too hard on her?
Well, I think they. Yeah. I mean, I don't. I know that Robin didn't mean to give it a. I don't think Robin meant to be mean about it. I'm sorry, y'all can't see me. I'm trying to have my double chin.
Are you saying when she's called her loose?
Yeah, but then when she threw loose in there, it just the way that Giselle said it, I absolutely understand why people are upset. I mean, because she said last season you had substance, this season you don't.
She
Yeah,
didn't say that.
she didn't say
Okay,
you don't, but she
she
did
didn't
say
say she
you were
didn't not
substance
say
Wendy.
that. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but I get why people were upset with that. Um, that's
Okay,
just
here's
me.
another one. I'm all loaded. Hold on,
I
let me.
kind of don't understand because Wendy went above and beyond for people to take her seriously.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue that I have. That's why she was constantly mentioning the fact that all of the degrees that she had. That's why her and Ashley got into it, and she told her to refer to her as Dr.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy. That's the issue that I have. Had she just came on the show and just been a sister with 3 degrees, this wouldn't be an issue.
How many did
Of
she got?
Four
4,
course.
girl.
degrees.
Don't be
This
messing up.
wouldn't have been the issue, but she made such a big deal out of it. And she made such a big deal out of it because she wanted to be taken seriously. She wanted to be seen as a commentator. If she didn't want to be seen as that, a political commentator and a professor at Johns Hopkins, she wouldn't have led with that. So now,
Well,
first season, you lead with that. It's one thing if she had just said it and left it on the table.
yeah.
But you're constantly saying it. It was a running theme. This season, and this is something I tell you, our people are really sick. People didn't like commentator 4 degrees Wendy,
No,
but they
they do.
like pop, lock, and drop it
They do.
Wendy.
They like
That's
the.
sick.
And I
Like
don't even
something
know.
is wrong with that.
I don't even know if they like that Wendy. I think that they like her because she's good and smart with Gizelle. I really do.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You can't be smart. Yeah.
I mean, I think you can kind of be not,
Right.
I don't think you can.
but I
I
don't
think
Not
you
if you
should
want
be
people
able
to take
to.
you seriously.
And
not
I
in
think that's
public.
the
That's
point
what I'm
that
saying.
Wendy
Not in
is trying
public.
to bring in. Wendy's trying to bring that home, though. Wendy is trying to get us to see that, yeah, she can be a professor with 4 degrees and a commentator and tell you everything about what's going on in Afghanistan right now. She can do all that stuff and then still thought at 5 o'clock at happy hour. She wants
But
that
that doesn't
to be
mean
the
that the
masses.
viewers have to take you seriously. I can give you an example of
Doesn't mean it, but it would be nice if we can separate
yeah.
the two.
It was a lady who Stephanopoulos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So
he's
his
on
wife
ABC.
or him,
Yes,
George,
his
George
wife.
Stephan,
his
Mrs.
wife. Yeah, she was on the
Stephanopoulos.
View. She was
His
on the View.
wife was used to be on A Living Color.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This woman is so goofy and funny. She's
Mm-hmm.
a
Yes.
funny lady. But when she used to do the View, like I want to say it was like after Rosie O'Donnell. Remember, she used to guest star all the time. She was
Yeah.
really hurt
She
that
was good.
she
Yeah.
didn't get
The
that
job.
that job.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I even did a panel that I got paid to do to watch people do commentating and not judge them but give your opinion.
Yeah.
And I can't take her seriously because this is the woman that used to do that funny skit with Jamie Foxx that used to play like the prostitute. She was
Right.
goofy.
Yeah.
I couldn't take her seriously.
And that's probably why she didn't get it.
I could not take her seriously, and I like her. It's nothing. If it was any funny role, and as a person that obsessively watch the news, a couple things I do, unfortunately, is watch the news. And I don't even like how she commentates because she talks like Republican. She talks and she just she's trying to talk. She's not having a conversation.
I wonder if I wonder if Wendy realized that everybody was bored with her 4 degrees. And so she felt like she needed to do this to earn her spot. I mean, do you agree when Gizelle said, "But you were sexy before"?
Yeah, and then she was just like, "Well, you don't
This is
define my
before.
sexiness. You don't define," which I can agree.
Yeah.
Another woman,
100%.
but I think that was her way of saying you're it was a complete 180 change.
Yeah.
She went from take me seriously, I'm the professor, to literally I'm a thought. I'm going straight be in front of you,
Yeah.
literally, not figuratively, twerking, and it's nothing wrong with twerking.
There's nothing wrong with twerking.
But
I didn't
this
even mind the
particular
twerking.
cast ain't even a twerking cast. Like
Not
this,
even Ashley.
yeah, this is Ashley twerked all the time.
Right.
But I'm just saying, this wasn't really a twerk. This wasn't that. This particular cast of, you know, we expect a little ratchetness from Atlanta. Just a little. Some of them.
A little?
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, you expected some ratchetness from Atlanta. What made Potomac so much better, and that's why the fight was such a big deal last year, is because these ladies were the upper class. This was everybody knows that everybody on the Atlanta cast was new money. Everybody.
Yeah.
It was nobody.
And Potomac's not like that. They're not new money.
They're not new money. And even if they weren't rich, like Gizelle and them family wasn't rich, Robbins and them family weren't rich, but they lived in upper class neighborhoods. They had the best stuff. Yeah, her dad worked for NASA. I think Robbins' dad was the only black dentist. So they were like a little more than middle class, but not just rich. Yeah, like they were upper. I would say they were on the upper class. Yeah. Candace's family is probably the richest. You know, that's what made this cast. That's to me, you know, so when you come from a little bit, you tend to act a little different.
Old money,
although, what's her name didn't really act a little different. Grand Dam, whatever she called, Karen. Well, I want to talk about that. Her etiquette, season 1 etiquette, season 2 etiquette. Now she's telling Wendy she gonna show her pubic hair. I don't understand. I can understand Karen saying, live your truth. If you want to show you're happy in this, okay, but you got to own it. But she was like making it seem like what those girls were saying to Wendy, which I think Giselle's, the way she said it was a little harsh, but it was true. What did and most people say that you think was harsh? And most people feel that way. I think it was just the in front of the whole group, maybe.
She didn't soften. So do you think anything she said?
Do you think that it's not soft? Do you think that it would have been better had they done it when Wendy had came up the steps? Remember when Gizelle? And it was just them three. Them two. That's what. Yeah, I think it would have been better, and not in front of the entire group. I don't think because Gizelle doesn't sugarcoat. She just tells you how she feels. Even with the Robin situation, people were trying to say that it was the same as what Ray said to her, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. First of all, that's your girlfriend. You talking to your girlfriend from a girlfriend. I don't even think your daddy or your brother should say what Ray said to Gizelle. And he ain't neither one of those.
So I know what your point is, Joy, but what did T and Honey say? She explained that part. What was said? Can you recap that?
T was trying to say that they were one and the same comment. That saying, if you better hurry up and get a man while you still look good. She was saying that Gizelle was telling Robin, girl, you better change so you can get your man. And that's not what she said.
Oh.
And it was, and she was saying it was one and the same. Yeah. I like Gizelle. I actually disagree with Gizelle on this one because I don't think Gizelle recognized that Robin may be dealing with depression.
Right.
And some people, and I don't know what Giselle's sign is. She might be closer. Oh, she's a Virgo. Oh, God, that explains so much.
That's what it is. But it's a Virgo. That's why Robin don't get upset. Like everybody expected Robin to be mad at her. I think everybody at the table, Robin received everything they said. She was not combative. She was not defensive. She was very honest about her kids not having great grades, her being tired.
And girl, if I was there, I would say, girl, it ain't nobody kid in America have good grades but mine. And that's
my child had I'm not gonna lie. My child had a 7 and she got a 97, but she did. And I wasn't in the bed depressed. It was just distance learning was
This was a very
animal.
difficult time.
Yeah,
It wasn't
was.
just her.
Animal.
And I
was.
think this was too much on kids. I had a girlfriend of mine who said that she would be happy if her son made straight C's.
Right.
Oh my
And
God.
she's a
I just
stay-at-home
wanted to
mom.
make sure they passed.
This was very difficult for children.
It was.
There were a couple of children that excelled this way. My daughter happened to be one of them, but that's because my husband, because it wasn't even me. I ain't gonna even
Right.
was on her like a hawk.
You had to be.
It was to
I
the
had
point
to
where
get
I'd be like,
there.
girl, just please do it so he quit
Yeah.
calling me.
It took me the first semester. It took me the first semester to get used to it. The first semester, my daughter was not into it, and I had to be like, "Come on, Jordan, really
Get with me too. I had
But
my Jordan.
second semester, honor roll, and that's what she has been since she was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
So it's a hard year. Now we're in a totally different school, being in the 7th grade. What will happen now? This will be interesting going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't think that, and all these people talking about she's lazy, she's this, and I'm thinking
That's terrible.
People are
I don't
horrible.
think
They
people
really
get
don't like Gizelle and Robin for
Yeah.
some reason.
It's just, I'm gonna tell you how much people dislike Gizelle and Robin. Do you remember when Robin told Mia, I'm gonna take upstairs? We're gonna
She
kick
said,
you
"What
out
now?"
of your room. I'm gonna kick you out of your room. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
take you upstairs.
Yeah.
And Giselle was like, all love. And Mia was like, girl, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. People were blaming Giselle for that. I said Giselle didn't even say nothing. And y'all are blaming her. She was the one that was trying to smooth things over to make sure that everything was still good.
Was that not Giselle's suggestion? Was it not Giselle's suggestion to move it upstairs?
No, Robin said, I want to be by you. And Giselle said, I want you by me. I want you by me. And then Robin said, Mia, you kicked out. Like, Giselle been kicked out.
I do wonder that they kind of have a conversation some other time, too, because let me tell you something. Mia ain't no pushover.
She ain't no punk.
She ain't no pushover. Either she truly didn't care, like it didn't bother her 100%, or because she would stand her ground. And I was actually surprised that Mia was kind of team Giselle a little bit against Wendy. That surprised me.
But maybe because Wendy
came at her wrong.
Wendy came at her hard.
But she is definitely a different person. And people keep saying, I like that person. She being true to herself. I said, what self?
She hunted her
yourself.
But Robin was doing an ad for this company called Better Health Therapy.
Yeah,
she was getting help. And so, I mean, I think that she's putting mental health out there. Also, a lot of people were mad at Candace because they're mad at this main house and who's in the other house. Well, come to find out, they played a game for rooms. Bravo.
She said they didn't even air that.
Yeah. And so I want people, and so I put in one group for all you all start bashing Candace. This and girl, I got attacked, so I just don't even post in groups no more.
Yeah, that's because people love my whole thing. And my thing is, if real talk, imagine this season thus far without Gizelle. One
person was mad. Like, why is Gizelle in every scene? She ain't
Thank you.
That's her fault. Like the production don't love her and know that she gonna cause y'all to talk, so she's in every dang on scene. She was not missing out of any scene.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I didn't even notice.
People who hate her know that.
Giselle is the show.
But the Giselle
is the show.
She's the show.
And even when they have these calls trying to make Karen be everything that is a thing,
God.
no. All they talked about today on her live was Giselle.
I tweeted her today.
Commenting.
She said something about, I can't remember. I tweeted Karen today. Karen says
I tweeted Karen too.
She says the craziest stuff on Twitter. And she seems so justified in what she's saying. I'm like, girl,
I don't normally comment, but I just couldn't hold that in. I know I'm being quiet, but she got to stop. So let me see. I think I have that tweet.
Somebody had posted how it's no longer okay that Gizelle doesn't talk about her personal business, that she only talks about everybody else's. And I tweeted, there were 3 separate occasions, and it was that Gizelle, I tweeted Gizelle Bryant has been asked and answered questions by 3 separate cast members, Ashley, Robin, and Candace, this season about her ex. She just refused the one time in front of Karen. Are y'all watching? Y'all are watching.
No, she even did. Yeah, in front of Karen.
What show was they watching?
Her hairdresser. She did in front of Candace and Ashley. You're right. 3 different times.
Like, she's talking. She doesn't want to talk to Karen. In front of Karen.
And here's Karen being a Karen with her tweet. This is the one I responded to.
She's crazy.
She's crazy. I'm like,
and people are so eager to just be on her side.
And then she talked about Giselle's fat vajayjay. Did y'all hear her say that? She slapped her fat vagina. This is the 3rd time she's talked about Giselle's vagina.
Like this, it's getting creepy. It's weird. I don't understand why this girl thinks this is okay. I don't know what person told her, what one of her people around her said it's a good idea. Keep going for her
vagina.
I don't know about her privates. Like this, it's creepy. It's gross.
Yeah, it is. So I don't know if Dr. Jackie's coming to do a class or what. That's all she talks about. It's her vajayjay.
But well, that's what talk about, but her vagina.
And that's crazy because that was one of the things that irritates me. Like they can't find nothing to talk about Gizelle, so they always go to Jamal. So I was like, is she that untouchable?
Right. Yes. Yes.
And I'm saying the people about his tax stuff too. I'm like, why do they always hurt Gizelle by a man? They did it with Sherman. They're doing it with Jamal.
Yeah.
And I understand why she doesn't bring men around. And people like, she can keep a man. I said, what's she gonna keep him in the daycare? I mean, who keeps a man? Where you keep a man? Where they go? I mean, I don't understand why they define.
And girl, the main ones that probably say that ain't got one.
Ain't got no man. And if they do, they got one worse than Jamal.
I got one. They ain't special.
Worse than Jamal.
You hear me? I got one. They ain't that special.
Right. I'm sitting like, what is so good about a man? And how is a man's more valuable? Because, somebody was like, well, a man of value wouldn't want you. I ain't going to say no names. And I'm like, what makes a man of value? Why is she not valuable? She own her own home. She got a great work ethic. She's a great mom. She's pretty. She ain't dumb. Like, how is somebody? I said, men marry strippers. Not talking about Erica Jane, but they do. Strippers and waitresses. Sorry, Callie.
Wait, hold on now.
What? I had to talk about them. But they do. They marry.
Was she a stripper? I thought she just worked there.
You didn't watch Hustle and Housewives.
The place.
She said she was dancing. I thought she was a go-go dancer.
She was a stripper with Danielle Staubs at Ruckles. Oh
yeah, that's right. Danielle did say that.
Don't forget. She did say that.
She did.
So we believe in Danielle Staubs now.
Yeah.
No, but it's a couple of things Danielle don't lie about. She don't lie about everything.
She ain't lying about the stripper part. Eric, it's okay to be a stripper. Nene was a stripper. Cardi B was a stripper. Mia was a stripper.
My favorite line from Mimi was, I was a stripper and I liked
it.
That was one of my favorite
Jamal
lines.
has always done his own thing, especially since he got out of the mirror.
I'm going to say this. I don't know much about Jamal, but I do follow him on Instagram. And that man,
he can
does so much for his freaking community.
He can preach his butt off.
And he does so much for his community. He just might have that. What's the opposite of Jezebel for the man? Who was the man? He got that, man.
Oh, gigolo.
Gigolo, yeah, he got the gigolo spirit. But he's still a good person. I mean, he does so much for his community.
Everybody has weaknesses, and we're grateful when that just is not your weakness. There are men that women are just their weakness.
And I
thought about that earlier. Why has Gizelle just not said, especially at the reunion last week? Just ask them. Why do y'all think the only way to hurt me is through an ex-man of mine or through somebody I'm not even connected to? Just why hurt me? Bring this to me. What is it about me that bothers you so much? Why is it connected to a man? Why should she just never ask?
Antoinette on your girl. Antoinette on your girl.
I mean, but this was like, why would she just? I like the way that she doesn't address some things, but that one comes up so much. You just let them feed off of it. When she could just say, okay, thank you for telling me what we already know about Jamal. When are we going to talk about me? I'm the castmate. You know what I mean?
Okay, I
I
know
don't
we're
know
going.
about that.
I want to go back to Wendy real quick because I looked at my notes. So
Uh-huh.
remember, Joy, when you was like, "There's no way that Wendy has started this and doesn't have a business plan." When
Mm-hmm.
she talked to her husband, she act like she didn't know what a business plan was, what a mission statement was, and it's like she's dumbing herself down this
That's
season.
what it seemed like. I
Just
thought it was just me. She was almost like surprised. Like I
got a mission
gotta write a
statement.
mission.
Yeah, that
A
was not a
mission.
good look.
I gotta
That was
have
not a good look.
investors. I gotta have a business plan. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I know you got 4 degrees and they may not be in business, but you know these things because you have to kind of take a business class. I'm thinking, hopefully. I just don't understand why she's dumbing herself down. I don't to be on this show.
I don't know.
I don't know. My baby bringing me some food. I'm hungry. Thank you, love.
Mm.
I love you. Anything else with Potomac? I'm trying to look. Oh, I
No,
can't wait.
Ashley and
You
them
know, Ashley
babies
gonna
are
come with the
adorable.
heat. What you say? Ashley's kids.
Her and them babies. Oh my God, they're so cute. I just
Adorable.
love them. Yeah,
I
they're
love
adorable.
her kids. They're so good. Let me see
And
if there's.
Michael seems like he's just, he was not so sure he wanted to be a dad, but he's just eating it up.
He
They just
is.
so happy to be with him. It's just
He
sweet. I love
is.
it.
Before we
Yeah.
transition, I guess we'll do Beverly Hills next. But did y'all see where Lisa Rinna had uh tweeted that she wanted to be a guest appearance on
Please.
Potomac because
Yeah.
these are hardcore. Some people felt like that was racist. Did you feel like it was racist to call them hardcore?
No.
Girl, they
Well, I
would eat
mean,
her. I can't. She's the only
yeah.
cast member on there that I just do not like.
Lisa Rinna.
She doesn't know what hardcore is, because if she did, she wouldn't think of
They're
Potomac
not
as
hardcore,
hardcore.
but she is compared
So
to because the only person hardcore on Beverly Hills is Erica.
price
They
it down
scared of
bad. I
her.
think she's feeling like the other
So,
women are not on her level. You think that about Wendy? Antoinette? Yeah. I don't think Wendy doesn't seem like the type that would dumb herself down because the other women aren't on her
It
level.
seems like it.
No,
And
no,
even
no,
when
no,
she was
no.
crying to
To Karen, that was crazy.
it was so.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
But
was like,
just think about it though. She's not dumbing herself down, not with nobody in the audience like Ascal, because that girl don't play. Not
Yeah,
even
I
with
like the Scully or
Mia.
whatever.
These new chicks are the bomb. She's not
They
gonna come
are.
in here
Mia,
and
I
dumb
like Mia
herself
and
down for
Scully.
them. Yeah, they are the bomb.
Yeah.
Skinny bitches need not apply.
Yeah, Lisa Rinna, I'm sitting here like Potomac would eat her up.
Yeah.
And she couldn't handle them. I was like,
she
whatever,
was
lady.
like literally the only one, because it is something so fake and phony about how she wants to support Erica and how she just did her real friend wrong last season.
Oh, I want to put this. Carlos said Gizelle's doing what she's supposed to do.
Yeah.
She's doing. I mean, like they wouldn't even be talking about Potomac if it weren't for Gizelle. Every episode is Gizelle. At least
That little
on
shirt.
Atlanta, it's between Kenya and Portia. I feel like they
Mhm.
are the most talked about people. So it's at least somebody else. And Nene when she was there, even though she's not there. And then go ahead. And then Andy said that Nikki will not be doing the reunion. He may give her a segment for the people who were wondering.
Yeah, I'm glad she not, because one of the things that she mentioned on Watch What's Happening Live, Wendy, was that Nicki Minaj only followed her and
Karen.
And I said that's the
biased.
perfect reason why she should not be on. She should not be a commentator, because you can't do it when you're biased. You have to be neutral and be able to spread all your feelings. I couldn't even do it.
Yeah,
I would like to, but I couldn't do it.
Monty, can you put up that picture with Gizelle in that blue shirt on again, real quick, just for a second?
I'm eating, so I'm on I'm off camera because I'm eating a little bit, y'all.
Okay, so this shirt right here is the reason that people say Gizelle can't dress. Here's the thing for me. Here's the thing. That's cute. She's the only one that could wear that and look cute in it. Maybe Ashley, but that's why they talk about what she wears, because it's so kind of
yeah.
Giselle has always dressed like a racy first lady.
A racy first lady. Okay, that's a good way to describe it.
She's always dressed like that. Well, I knew that of course, we knew she was a first lady when she first came out, was a former first lady when she first came on there. So when I saw with the way that she dressed, and she dressed kind of quirky, she dressed how she feels.
I like that.
And I
Though.
don't care because it's her personality.
Yeah.
What would
it fits
bother
her.
me if all of a sudden she had to go out and go get a team and totally change who she is? I don't even know if Gizelle has a team.
No, she don't. She got that guy to do her hair.
That's
her
how
best friend.
authentic she is. Same with Robin. I don't think Wendy might have a team. Now Ashley just getting a team.
Yeah, because Ashley hair and everything's different now, ain't it?
She doesn't really do that.
Yeah.
Like whatever she feel like, some stretch pants and some and a shirt. Candace may have a team.
Antoinette, comment.
All of them are naturally beautiful.
They are so beautiful.
That's true.
This is a good-looking cast.
They're the best-looking cast on Bravo.
It's a good-looking cast. Yeah. So I don't know if Mia has a team or not, but she's a good-looking woman.
I bet Mia has a team. Yeah,
Mia,
she got a team.
Yeah,
I mean, she's a good-looking woman. That whole cast looks good, and Karen has stepped up. So I'm like, they're a good-looking team. So I don't necessarily think they need all of those people behind them. It's what make you think, inauthentic. That I always thought that this was the most authentic team, a cast of all of the franchise.
They eat, they wear what they want. They do. I mean, they let you know the real deal about their families, their relationships. Do you think it's because that guy, what's his name, Mr. Ra, he said they couldn't dress? You think that's why they're getting team?
No. I think they were trying to get their teams together before he made that comment.
Okay.
But I like the whole description of the pastor's quirky wife or whatever. That's how she dresses. And I like that about her because she can get away with it perfectly. Anyway.
It's her. The reason she can get away with it is because it's authentically her. If she start wearing Gucci and Prada from head to toe, we would be like, who is this chick? Now, she does wear, some things. Yeah. She wore Versace robe. Yeah. She had on something, a Fendi. Oh, her shawl. Was that a Gucci shawl?
Yeah, Gucci shawl.
A Gucci shawl. So she has some designer things, but she doesn't lead by that. That's not her. I don't think that's her. Go ahead.
One thing she's never worn is Indy. E-N-D-I.
Indy child.
That's crazy. Like people were really saying like that she had it altered. I was like, no, for real, legit.
Taylor
would take off the F of Fendi.
You would never alter a gown. Anything.
She's real comfortable with the lies she tells. She's just
people believe Karen.
I just had it adjusted. We just effed it off. Okay.
They believe Karen. Just me out. Okay. So y'all ready for Beverly Hills? Anything else with them? I'm enjoying the season. Somebody said it was boring and they miss Monique. I told them go to her YouTube channel.
The Monique wasn't that interesting to me. Now she the one that had the whole team.
Yeah, she had the whole team.
And she only showed you what she wanted you to know about her. It was questions she never answered, which was fine. Yeah. I mean, you should be able to pick and choose what you want to talk about and what you don't. It ain't every part of your life isn't everybody's business. But she got some issues. She had a whole team behind her, and she even had her brother on her fan pages putting out stuff on other people. Yeah, that wasn't cool.
I need to get that picture of Marlo with her. Did y'all see her eyes?
Yeah, I saw this. She got something done to her edges. I was wondering, was it what?
A hair transplant. Is that what they were talking about?
It's what Mariah's husband got. Remember?
Who?
Aiden, the edge.
I thought it wasn't what Contessa had.
No, I don't think so. Because
Contessa had edges?
She had no. Contessa was just doing them shots.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think it was a transplant like what Mariah. Remember when he was hurt? And he was kind of messed up too.
Yeah.
From that. So I don't understand why they do all that. That's just too much. So y'all ready to
She
talk
was
about
getting her edges done.
done? Yeah, I need to find
And
that.
I know that we have a place here called Bosley that I heard that they pull hair from the back of your head and put it on your, like if you have bald thinning or bald, and they move it. And I saw that. I used to watch John and Kate plus 8. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
The husband did that.
He did?
Yeah,
Really?
he had that done.
I
Because his
won't.
hair was thinning. I think that's kind of pretty
Normal
think it's
now?
common?
in the Asian culture though.
Thinning hair or
Oh.
getting
Yeah, and he was
yeah.
young. I don't even think he was 35.
He's not Asian. He's Hawaiian or something like that. He's not Asian.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Who's Hawaiian?
Are we talking about John and Kate plus 8?
Yeah, but I still think they're Asian. He may be from Hawaii. It was a lot of Japanese that went to Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Hawaii 5-0. They all Asian on
Yeah,
there.
they're Asians. Yeah, they may be from Hawaii though. Yeah, I mean Barack Obama is Hawaiian. So go figure. Look,
Who's Hawaiian?
I'm just gonna shut
You said
up.
it was Hawaiian?
Barack Obama.
Yeah, Barack Obama is Hawaiian.
So is Tia and Samara, I think, or they were stationed in Hawaii. Her family.
Oh, they're from Hawaii.
Yeah, they from Hawaii.
I didn't know that.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna shut up before I say the wrong thing.
You
'cause I don't
probably,
wanna
girl,
mess up
ain't nothing
nobody.
wrong with it. So let's get to Beverly Hills. Let me see what I got.
Is The Rock Hawaiian?
Who?
The Rock.
He's Samoan. I don't know what that means.
I know his dad was black, but his mother
Yeah,
was
Samoan. I guess that's from Samoa. I don't know what that is. Don't talk about me. Let's go to Beverly Hills. Woo, child, Callie. What your girl doing, Callie? Tell us about Erica.
Oh Lord.
Have you talked to
Here's
her?
the thing. I haven't. No,
She
she's a
said
little
you
busy.
talk to her. She said you talk to her.
She's a little busy. She's a little busy. Mhm. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. The person that everybody's talking about is that Lisa Rinna.
Oh,
Lisa.
Rinna's horrible.
And my question is, and of course I kind of say it jokingly, but I do at the same time kind of wonder. I mean, is this Lisa Rinna and Erica thing? Is this another Ashley and Monique thing? It's like, what y'all hiding? Why you really hanging tight with her like that? Did she give you some money?
What she said?
She swear up and down that she never gave her any
She
money.
said on Watch What Happens Live that she didn't.
Whatever.
But I know one thing. Say whatever you want about Miss Sutton. She hit the nail.
Oh, Sutton, child.
There's a letter out there for those that don't know. There's a letter out there that was sent to Bravo telling them to
let me go get it.
Yeah. What was it that they needed to preserve all
preserve everything.
Everything. And one of the things that Sutton said was that she didn't know if she wanted to be around her because every time Erica tells them something, we know that it's heavily
or you can't really see it. Shoot.
So if Erica shares,
when is that dated?
August 10th. I'm gonna see if I can share it from my
okay. So at this point, if they're just now sending that to Bravo, Bravo has had all kind of time to make all kind of changes they didn't even know that they should not have made. So I mean, I wouldn't use any of their stuff. Sorry.
But they every edit, what we see is edited.
Y'all see that?
There's an unedited version of it all.
Same. We can see it. We can see it.
Okay.
Well, you know.
But basically, that letter tells them to preserve everything. And one of the things that I think Sutton was afraid of is being deposed.
Yes.
Because if they're deposed, if they're smart, they gonna sling like a canary. Okay. And Erica has said some things we know on camera and off. Do y'all watch
so even the
Bravo's after the show?
I posted a few of them, y'all.
Erica,
you don't mean,
Erica, do y'all remember when Kyle said, when Erica had said something about him cheating or something?
She could be
Kyle said, Kyle said, I'm not going to say this is the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, she did.
Allegedly, she had already told her off camera. She said it was actually Kyle. I mean, it was actually Erica that told me.
What?
Yes, that's in the watch was the after the
I
show.
didn't post that one.
I just
Wait a
saw that
minute.
today.
Okay,
So
that was today. I gotta find it. Okay.
So Kyle didn't hear about the rumor from the street. She heard about the rumor from Erica.
Directly from Erica.
What?
So her first time was from Erica. She made it sound
Yes.
like I can't lie and say. And then Erica said, "Well, I'm not surprised about that."
Yeah.
As if. Now, where are you getting that from?
That's on after the show.
It's on the after show.
I was cleaning up my classroom, and that's what I heard.
What? Those after shows be good, y'all. You gotta watch
after shows give you the dirt.
They give it the dirt.
I'm telling you, Sutton hit the nail on the coffin, because she was like, every time we talk to her, we're getting more information.
Yep.
And it's too much that's edited out, where if they wanted to depose them, they could, and they're going to get a piece of it, piece by piece, from different people. Like, I still can't get over that girl actually said on camera, and according to Crystal, they thought the camera was down.
Yeah.
When she said, I don't want you to tell anybody that I mentioned that about time, because I need that last time to be the day that I left. Like, why would you say something? Like, to me, that was such a place of guilt. Like, your lawyer told you to say that.
I think that from what I heard, they were mic'd, but they didn't have a camera crew kind of by them.
Correct.
And it was drone.
That's why I was a voiceover.
A voiceover.
When I was trying to explain voiceovers, I've been watching reality TV far too long, because I noticed them.
Did you notice it last night on Potomac?
Yes.
Okay. I noticed it. I noticed the last type on Potomac.
Yeah, I watch for them, because voiceovers mean when they are on a scene and two people could be in a conversation. Then if you pay attention, there's something that's being said as they're moving to the next scene, but you don't see the two having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That person could have said that, but it wasn't then. A perfect example, if you all want to see a really good example, is to go back 2 episodes ago when Gizelle told Ashley the second time about Eddie and those rumors about Wendy and her husband. That was the second time she told Ashley, and if you pay attention, they went away from the camera, and then you heard Gizelle mentioning the rumors, and then Ashley like, oh, shocked. Why would she be shocked? And that was the second time she heard. That was a voiceover. And if you're listening, like, turn up your TV, you literally hear it sounds different. It's a recording. Those are called voiceovers.
Yeah.
It's manipulative. People in reality TV do it all the time. So it looks like she told her the second time. She did not.
She only told her once.
She only told her once. That means something.
And they did it last night too, because if you go back when she was talking to Robin upstairs, it went off of them, and she said the same thing that she said to Ashley. I don't believe it's true though. It was the same exact words. Go back, and I said they did a voiceover another time.
In a loop. So you know, one, she's not saying this each time. That's why I was shocked at Wendy. I don't know if she's paying attention, but like I guess when you watch enough reality TV, you start to pick up on these things. It's irritating to me as a viewer, because it's manipulating. Because if you keep watching, you're like, how many times is this girl gonna say that? And it's really the same thing that they're playing in loop, just in different episodes.
The same word.
Wendy was like, you wanted to make sure it aired, so you said it twice. And she was like, actually, she did.
Bravo want to make sure it aired, baby. They said times. But I mean, I don't understand. This is what makes me mad about people in the groups. When this rumor was out, they were loving it. Do you hear me? Look, that's what's in the blogs. Wendy husband cheating on her. Wendy them broke. They and all this debt. They were so excited to talk about it.
She cursed.
She's cursed. Now she then repeats the rumor. And oh my God, you all been repeating this rumor for months.
Yeah.
For months. You know that they have to bring it up. They've got to. I don't think she even, because at first I was going to be mad at Gizelle. But when she said, I know it's not true. I don't believe it's true. I don't even listen to this social media nonsense. She said that like 3 or 4 times, or maybe once, and it was a loop. But she does not believe the rumors are true.
She was just bringing it in. It's for context to say that, and I get it. I interpreted what she was saying is, look, I don't believe this rumor. It sounds stupid, but I'm wondering if she doing this because the rumor's out there, and she wants to answer, not necessarily answer it, but be like, in her head, I'm too hot.
I'm hot.
My man to cheat. It's that sort of mentality. Like he don't need to cheat.
I'm just going to be honest. When she said that, when she told Robin about that, and Robin said, yeah, I don't believe any of it. And then Gizelle said, yeah, I don't either. I wondered if Gizelle would have went along with Robin had she said, you think it's true, what her answer would have been. So I felt a little bit like Gizelle was just saying, yeah, I don't either, because Robin
Giselle said that to Ashley 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, she already said
true.
But
she already said it.
I know, but I thought the same thing then too. Does she really think that? Just go back and listen to the way she said it.
But it was the voiceover when she said it. That's probably why it sounds kind of weird.
Because it did sound weird. It sounded like it was really like, okay. I need to say this. It just sounded really out of place. Maybe that was
the original one was Ashley. The first person she said it to was Ashley. It wasn't Robin.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
it was actually Ashley,
and it was just
you could tell because you could see her talking and Ashley responding.
Yeah. So go back and watch it. That's why it don't sound right, Callie, because it's
because it didn't sound right, and it made me wonder. Does she really believe that, or is she just? Anyway,
I think that when people have real rumors out there that he was having an affair with his coworker and there's a baby, they would have showed that person's picture. I read it. I didn't believe it because I know that when people have kids and babies and they gonna show faces. And this wasn't the situation. And within that same article, they literally talk about her family being cursed. If I was Wendy, I'm a different kind of chick because I figure if it's going to be in the blogs, if I'm going to be on reality TV, it's going to end up on the show.
Right.
And if somebody had brought that to me, I said, that same article said my family is cursed. You think that's true too? Like, it's almost ridiculous on its face.
But do you think, and I know we're going back to Potomac,
and I got $1 million worth of student loan debt.
But yeah, they said that they were in way a lot of debt. But do you think, I know we go back to Potomac, but do you think this is why she got the surgery, or do you think she just got it because of her wanting a mommy makeover?
I mean, she probably got it because she got some extra money from Bravo. And everybody look in the mirror and see imperfection. The most beautiful see imperfections. And if you I know what I would do with some money right now. I would get stuff done too.
I got a list.
I would have been like, that's how I would have handled it. Like, everybody look in the mirror, see imperfection.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to get this done, and I'm gonna get it done. Her whole explaining, I don't never do nothing for me. I didn't baby. Girl, that's crazy. I mean, shoot. I mean, why do? I mean, I nursed 2 babies. I would want a lift because they low. I mean,
they low.
I don't know what to say. I want to sit up like, look. I want to sit up.
I told y'all, put mine up down my chin. I can't wait.
I cannot.
It's that explanation to me tells me that she's not secure in why she did it.
Well, I think she's secure, but I think she knows that people are going to talk about it and question her motives behind it. I don't think she would have thought, though, that anybody thought it had anything to do with an alleged mistress. I'm not going to have no surgery over no mistress. If you want to go be with your mistress, you go right ahead. But now, look, if I had that money after I gave birth to my child, we would have been tucked tight.
Wendy didn't have nobody's booty. She did. That booty thing was the best thing she could do.
And she didn't overdo it.
Good. Yeah, she was beautiful before and after.
But her breasts look very painful. They look like hurtful. If you put a pin in it, pus, a whole bunch of pus will come out.
When them boobs,
Yeah.
that one picture I showed earlier. How did we get back on them? But look, it just look hurt.
Yeah.
Like it hurt.
Yeah, so that,
And it
people
looked
are
like
going to
it's
talk
too
about that.
small.
It was
Maybe
on
that's
sale. Okay, so that the Versace, the extra small, probably was on sale because the small be on sale and the large don't.
You know
And
what?
so
You
she
know
just
what?
bought what she could afford and she put it on because that thing did not fit her and she know it didn't. I don't care what nobody say. Who put her in that? She couldn't have put that on herself.
mm-mm.
Who did
But
it?
her tears when she was crying, even
Oh
though Lord
yeah,
knows why you crying to Karen, her tears were sincere. I mean, she felt that pain.
she
Whether
was hurt.
maybe it wasn't all because of Gizelle, but she's definitely had heard that before. Giselle was not the first person that
No, she
has
not the
mentioned
first.
that, and so I felt her pain when she cried because she's thinking, "You guys should know me enough to know how proud I am of my 4 degrees. So what? I went and got some surgeries. Now I got 4 degrees and 4 new body parts. What's the big
I
Right.
deal?"
because she is an overdoer. She's leading with that. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
go
she
get
is.
your boobs done, and you ain't got to show them
I mean, I'm sure
to
Mia put her whole
everybody.
dang on body
Not
done.
to that extent that you got on a shirt that's obviously too
It
little.
was way too
And it's
small.
Like
also a
that's
storyline. It's
huh?
also a good. It's also a storyline for her because what we can't talk about a fifth degree. She didn't gave that up. She's no longer, possibly no longer. It's a storyline. We're not going to talk about a mistress if there's one to talk about. But surgeries, I
So
got a
she ain't.
degree in this, and
Oh Lord, so she ain't getting the fifth degree. It's over.
But I love
Oh
this
Lord.
cast. I got to
I
tell.
mean,
I love
I
this cast. Wendy, Ascal, Mia, Gizelle. These are some educated people. I
they
love it. I
are.
love these girls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
And,
are.
I do. I
and
love them.
Ashley's done had surgery since her baby. She's done had a boob lift. I don't know if it's gonna be on the show or
Did
not.
she?
She
Yeah, she had
has.
one. She talked about it. She did something with her and Mia were together, and she talked about she got them
Oh,
up because
she
she got
she
nerves.
didn't waste no time. She didn't
Yeah,
waste no time. She
yeah.
did what right while she was on the table. She just lifted it. What?
No,
Can you
I
do
think it
two
just
for
now
one?
happened. She just now got
Oh,
them.
okay.
She was
Okay.
breastfeeding or whatever.
Because I
Okay.
mean, I got it. I breastfed two babies. They make
Yeah,
it flat and
yeah.
that skin. So even if you don't necessarily want anything, like I don't need nothing. I would get a reduction. But
But none of them are above plastic. Right.
No,
yeah, but
Absolutely.
I would lift. I know. I
that's
know.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I would lift. Like so, I get the
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 need to.
desire to do
Hmm.
it. But I just think all of what she's doing is she's leading with that, and
Yeah.
that is what is so contrary to what we were introduced to last year.
Right.
I
Right. Right.
agree. And I agree. I feel like what they said to her was important. I think maybe if they would have said it just
You
them
do?
with I do
You
think
thought
she
it
needs
was
to hear
important
that.
what they said to her?
Yes, she
Even
needed to hear
do
that.
you think that situation? Do you think they should have said it then and there?
No, that's what I was gonna say. I think they should have said it when she walked up the
Okay.
stairs. Or even just
Yeah.
one on one her and Wendy. But she did need
Yeah.
to hear that. I don't think that she needs to do that for people to like her. And she might think that she needs to. Because I'm
I
telling
sure
you,
don't
I'm trying
think she
to get
needed
that
to
love
cry
and
to
hip hop
Karen.
Monique crowd. So she might need to do that. Because what she's doing now is trying to get the people who hate Gizelle to like
Yeah.
her.
Well, y'all
All
know
right,
what
Karen,
y'all
I'm
know.
telling y'all they had a talk at that lunch. And she
Y'all
knew what
know the
she had
word
I
on the
to
street
really do
is
think so.
do.
I really do think so too.
Yeah.
Like
talk you out of it. But y'all know what the word on the street is?
what?
Love and hip hop Potomac 2022.
Now, what you
Look at
Is
mean?
it
look
for
at look at
real?
Joy. Love and Hip Hop Potomac 2022. Monique is look.
No,
Monique
that is, and in
and
that article, that's
look,
not what Andy said. People like Andy want
Monique
Monique
and
back.
Gigi. Monique
That
and
would be
Gigi
good.
is gonna be the cast leads.
Oh,
Mhm.
that would be good.
Gigi's coming in smacking, okay? Because
Yeah,
Gigi's
that
like,
would
you
be.
talked all that mess over the laptop.
Oh,
I
I
watched that.
can't.
I can't lie.
I would
And then
watch it.
Tommy gonna come visit and beat them all up. And
Who is
so
Tommy?
then Tommy from
Oh,
Love and Hip Hop. And then Jocelyn, look, I'm gonna have to teach y'all how to do the pose. It's
well,
gonna be a
Justin
good
Mia how
show.
to do the poll for real. Mia was. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the poll. They was shady on that
Oh,
poll when they was
y'all
giving
believe
people
that
money.
Mia was a stripper? Do y'all
She
believe that?
was good. Yeah, she was good on that dang on poll. I was like, you better do that poll.
Girl, why you got me Googling love and hip hop atomic for real?
I know she did. Joy, no, you didn't.
Literally, it ain't even no secret to me. I literally Googled Love and Hip Hop. Like, I don't see nothing out here from Love and Hip Hop.
And Monique coming back and Gigi and Monique go fight. That ain't happening. That's not happening.
Look,
okay, let's get back to Beverly Hills, y'all. How did we get off of them? Okay, so what do you think Sutton said when
we did get off of them, didn't we?
She wanted the money to go back to the victims, and the article says it was a Ponzi scheme. And so all the women, I felt like they read the article, but when they got to the house, they were like, I didn't read it. No, in the after show, they were like, I didn't read the article. But they were reading it on the show.
Kathy is the only one that said she didn't. What's her name? Them said that they didn't read the whole article.
Thing. Okay,
I think that was the thing. Kathy is the only one that said she just flat out did.
Kathy said
Sutton read that sucker like an essay.
She had her bonbons. She had her bonbons and her escargot, and she was with her Queen's book. Don't take a bonnet. She had her a busy morning with all that stuff. I think
Sutton saw this coming.
So, do y'all think that when Sutton said that about if you have an LLC, your lawyer watches you sign the paperwork, and so Erica should have known that $20 million was going into her account? What do you think about that? I mean,
okay. I already know. Y'all know my response, what it's about to be, and nobody agrees with me. That Tom had so many people in his pocket. There is all kind of stuff he got away with and nobody knew anything about. I wouldn't be surprised at all if there was an entire bank account set up that Erica didn't know nothing about. Okay, we know your name is there, but I'm going to handle what's transferred, where the money goes, etc. I think it's possible because they've already admitted on the little documentary, which, how did they even approve that? I guess you don't even need to approve that stuff nowadays. He had all kind of people. He had all kind of people in his back pocket. That's why he was able to get away with it so long. And not just people. He had judges, lawyers, police officers. So when I hear that, and if that is to be true, then it's extremely easy for me to believe that, of course, he had the banker over there sign some stuff without Erica always knowing what's going on. What's the big deal about it? He had that $20 million there. That money is now wherever he wants it to be. I bet Erica might have got 1 million, maybe 100,000. Tom spent that money, and Erica don't know where all this. That's what I believe.
So you don't think she signed?
That is what I really believe.
So you don't think she signed it? You think that he forged her signature or had somebody forge it?
Well, no. I think maybe she signed it because we know they do that. And I know that automatically makes her guilty.
Yeah. They both said they signed stuff. Kathy and Lisa both said they signed anything their husband put in front of them.
I mean, I can believe that she doesn't know what she signs. I can believe that he moved money around. I can believe a lot of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it that I can't believe. What I can't believe is I keep going back to when she was getting served. They don't serve the when you get served, because they don't serve the gate person or
the bank balance notification went wherever you had it set up to go.
But she said she'd never been to the bank, Antoinette, remember?
Yeah, she got served twice.
Yeah, she got served, but then
she got deposed twice.
Okay.
So I can't emphasize that once that girl was supposed to be deposed and was sitting in front of the judge, she was prepped. At some point, she was prepped.
Yeah.
The coronavirus just happened because if memory serves, her court date was it was March the 30th. I can't remember the exact date.
I got the notes
the end of March.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was being prepped for that deposition.
If you prepped for the deposition and there was $20 million put in there and you don't know what the man did with the $20 million, you can prep me all day. I don't have a new answer to give you. Yeah, I knew that. I was told that.
My point is, she knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Then
after the fact, yes.
Yeah, I have no doubt. I don't think anybody thinks that Erica was a part of the Ponzi scheme that he was. I don't think
a lot of people do.
Accused of. I don't think so. Not for real.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody.
I think a lot of people think they both are a part of it. That's why so many people are coming at her. In addition to the fact that now she has this money that they're not giving to the widows, and in addition to that, there are still some people, based on what we're seeing in comments, that they think, well, she knew what was going on. My whole thing
I
is
don't think
when
she knew what was
knew,
going on from the beginning, but at some point she realized what
and
happened.
at that point, the money was gone. What was she
We
gonna
don't
do
know
then?
where the
It's in
money
her
is, basically.
name. We know it ain't
But
there.
I guess my point
We know
is,
that Tom set her butt up.
my point is, had she left in
Wow.
March or April, this wouldn't have looked so bad. Hell, if she had left in June, it wouldn't have been so
Yeah.
bad. It's
Would it
because
matter?
it does. Oh, it really
Not
does.
if $20 million was deposited into account. It doesn't matter when you left. There was $20 million. Where is it? Why would that matter at that point?
It seems
matters.
Like,
it matters because it looks like at that point she's leaving to save face or to save and she's trying to still get money out of him. Has she left? If she had left in March when she was being allegedly prepped, or February, she can honestly say, I left as soon as I realized what was happening. She didn't. I don't know at what point she realized what happened, but we know between March and November is a long time. And yes, the coronavirus was going on. So it was a lot of stuff going on. I get that. But she didn't leave.
Well, but whether she left then or later or whenever, the fact is somebody still needs to know where that $20 million is, right?
Yeah, they need to find that money.
Okay, and if it went to her and she had no control over what was happening, no matter what name is on that paper, then it doesn't matter when she left.
So do you think
Tom still set it up for it to look like she got the money and she's the one that spent it? So Tom has set this up. Everybody's coming at Erica for the money. Is anybody still expecting Tom to give anything?
I don't think that money spent. She couldn't have spent that money.
Well, I'm not saying she did. I'm saying Tom did. Where is it, Tom? He set her up.
I think the reason that people are coming after Erica, I still go back to this, is because Erica's still trying to get some money from Tom.
How so? He's asking her to pay his bills. How is she trying to get money from him?
She asked him first. She wanted
to even ask the judge initially to get her to settle their divorce before the victims got their money. That was the biggest issue.
Makes sense to me.
And the fact that her lawyers went to the judge to have themselves removed from her case because she wasn't being 100% honest with them or forthcoming with information with them. Erica has placed herself in a position of everybody's looking at her because of how she's moving,
and nobody's looking at Tom.
Everybody's looking at Tom. Everybody know that Tom, because
everybody looking at Tom.
It appears that all the money that she didn't stashed it. That's what it looks like.
But Tom sent the money over to her. Everybody is forgetting who the villain is here.
Okay,
we want to make the villain out. We want to make the villain out to be. We want to make the villain out to be this girl that Tom has set up.
She may not be the main villain, but she's a character in the cast of villains.
But that's based off of interpretation, because you're saying she's set up. It looks like all of the evidence is pointing to not a setup, but a cover-up.
Because Tom, not a setup, but a cover-up, because Tom transferred the money to EJ Incorporated,
and she's
right?
trying to get money before the victims. One of the things, had Erica walked away, and I honestly believe the conversation would be totally different if Erica had walked away and said, I wanted nothing for him. The only thing I took from him was my salary.
That was it.
That I made from Housewives, my Broadway, my endorsements. I walked away with what I actually earned. I think the conversation this entire season would have been totally different. And I got to figure out how I'm going to make my ends meet in between what I actually earned, because I didn't want nothing from him, because what he did, I did not like. Ooh. And then all of this stuff that all of these ladies are just finding out, she already knew.
She knew it. That's why she was mad at Garcelle. She wasn't mad at the question. She wanted to leave because that article was coming out. She was sobbing like that because that article was coming out. It had nothing to do with the question Garcelle asked her. It was that article. was coming out. And I agree, because even in the, she don't say it in front of her in her confessionals though, Cal. She's like, do we really know Erica? Can we really trust her? She didn't tell us any of this. Like, they are questioning her about it, because if you knew in March or whatever about these victims and these lawsuits, and you didn't even tell nobody, my husband has stole money from, that would tear up my soul. Do you hear me?
If she had led with that as being the reason why she left, it would have been a totally, you would just think that she's leaving him because she called him cheating. Not because he been stealing millions of dollars from people.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, if you watch the show up until this week, we didn't know why she left, other than the fact that he was controlling. But every week, the narrative seems to change.
Mm-hmm.
It has not changed to me. She's hearing more and more about what he's done.
No, she's been on.
You really think she just found out? We know that that's not true, Callie.
We know that she didn't just find out. We know she didn't just find out. We know that. We know when she filed for divorce or whatever y'all saying she did, that she had already known what was happening. We know all that, right?
She wanted it all in November. She enrolled in March.
And Tom is not trustworthy either. So
I'm not trustworthy either. He is.
I'm reading Antoinette's comment.
We already know that he's
because Tom is the one who committed the crime.
He's a scumbag.
Go to the scumbag for the money. He's the one that sent the money over to Erica and controlled it. So let me ask y'all this: why are y'all so easy and quick to believe that he could set up all this stuff without her, do all this stuff? You can hear Kathy say all the stuff she signed that she didn't know. Lisa, we know. Teresa, we know all this stuff can be done without their knowledge. But this one thing about that money, it could have been done without her knowledge, and y'all won't believe that part. What's the difference?
I do believe that part. We've said that.
So then why are y'all still going at her for the money?
Because she wants the victim's money, Callie. That's
my God. Okay.
She wants the victim's money.
What about the part where I am saying
I'm gonna be Tina Turner? All I want to do is keep my Erica Jane name, and he can have everything else. Everything else can go to the victims. She said, "I want spousal support," and she said, "I want my money before the victims." That's what our issue is. It's not. I don't think she knew about what he was doing. I honestly think she is probably as shocked as everybody else.
Okay, because so then why are we done trying to get the money from Tom?
No,
why are we done?
They just had a thing. What was that?
Sell the office desk? What did they sell at the auction?
They had a desk? 100 and some pages.
They sold everything in that man's office. Every award, every pen, every...
I know, but was that $20 million worth? Do we know any of that? Was it supposed to equate to $20 million?
No, they're still going in.
Okay, so then what else are they doing to get the money from Tom?
Oh, I don't know what else they're doing. They're selling all the house. They're selling the house.
But the majority of the fight... The majority of the fight is going at Erica. Does that sound fair?
No, it's not. That's all we talk about.
Y'all don't think the majority of the fight is going at Erica?
No, there's more going on than Erica. We just focus on Erica because she's on the show. But there are other things that are going on where they're selling all their houses. They're selling their planes. They're doing other stuff. We're just talking about that's stuff they know about. We are talking about the stuff that they are investigating regarding Erica, because $25 million was in her account and they're trying to figure out where it is. Now, she may not know.
And we're not going to expect Tom to know.
But it looks like a cover up.
Tom is not on the Housewives, Callie.
That's why we
going
back. He's not on the Housewives because he's been on there. Well, neither was Jamal, and we know we got a whole storyline out of somebody who's not on the Housewives. The conversations that were had
about mentioning Jamal is pretty stupid.
Yeah, we don't talk about
the conversations that we have had, because she's lying, she wants her money, she wants to keep all her gifts, nobody's done. Okay, Okay, that's fine.
She does want to
No,
keep
it's
her
not.
gift.
EJ's keep acting like she knows nothing. Well, I think her stories are starting to crack right through. I mean, completely. When you go off on Giselle, on Garcelle the way she did, we know that there's some lying that's been going on.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think all that's coming to the front of it now. I mean, it is what it is. It just still seems to me that we are going all in on Erica when Tom is the one that did the majority of the crime.
Who's
And
going
so
all in on
if
Eric?
you guys are saying the only reason why it seems that way to me or to some of us is because we're watching her on TV every week. Other than that, we'd be talking about Tom. Okay, well then I'll stop talking about it.
I mean, we can talk about Tom. I know a little bit about him. What you want to know? I mean, we know that he
Not
stole
now.
from the widows and orphans. We know that
He
he put
did.
the money in her account. We know that he
He
used
did.
most of that money to help her career. So she
He
benefited from a
did.
lot of the stolen money. We
He
know
did.
all of this. She made it
He
know, but
controlled all that
even in
money.
Al's confessional, her exact words were, Tom is the richest lawyer I've ever known. Lawyers do not normally have that much money. I think that people should
Mhm.
have realized a long time ago that even if he's doing these big cases, he still should not have so much money that he
Who's
owns
the people?
planes,
Who's
all
the
these
people?
houses, and all
Who's
this stuff.
who's the people?
Just us as viewers, we should have been
Okay,
smart enough
good.
to know he didn't have that much. She probably should have known. My husband don't do that much, but
Oh, she should have known. Erica should have known.
yeah, she probably should have. I mean, I'm sorry. I think women, I know you say you don't want to go on your husband's bills and he handles all this and handles all that, but she is proof that we do not need to do that anymore. She is the main proof. If none of them,
An associate that used to brag about
yeah,
not be even going to the mailbox.
yeah, mm-mm.
She literally used to say that. Boy, baby, that would become a regret of hers many years
Many,
later
I
because her
bet.
husband financially took her through the ringer before they eventually got a divorce. And this was like a long marriage. They had like 5 children together, and they had been married like over 20 years or nearly 20 years. Their children were adults because they
Yeah.
were becoming like grandparents and stuff.
And I hate
You
that
know,
she's got to
it's
learn this way.
you
Yeah.
have to know what's going on financially in your household. It's just not smart. Now, I'm not saying that maybe every month you sit down, though you should, but at least once a year, you should be looking at the taxes and be like, and why am I signing this? What's this? And
Yeah.
what's this? You need to ask questions.
And I think the ladies of Beverly Hills, Erica had to be the fall person. I hate it was her. But I think now these ladies are probably going to be more invested in what their spouses are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we didn't learn anything from this, I don't think Erica should go to jail. I don't think Erica's guilty. I think she needs to stay on the
Criminally,
show.
yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely don't think she did
I
anything
just think
wrong.
that she needs to not want the money before the widows and the orphans and all the victims. I mean, I didn't even remember the cancer victims. I don't remember them talking about them on the Hustler and the Housewife. The women with all the breast cancer from using some kind of pill or cream or something.
Yeah, no, they
I
only talked
them
about the mesh lady and then them in the
the
burn.
The
plane
burn
and the burn
victims
victim. So I mean, it's
and the
even more
gas
victims out there we
explosion.
don't know about. And I know this Eric
Hmm.
was probably devastated because you would be devastated if your husband did this. You've got to be like devastated.
And that's why I don't understand why she didn't walk away then. Because I would respect that. If she had walked
Yeah,
away and said, "I just found out that the man that I loved and married my whole life wasn't that," or
wasn't my man. Oh,
wasn't the guy that I know. Even if she went with something is wrong with him mentally, he's whatever. I could see that, but it just seemed like. And my thing is, if I'm gonna stick by him, I'm gonna stick beside him. I'm
I'm
gonna be
gonna
like
stick
that
beside him.
TikTok. Is that
That's
your
what I'm
man?
saying.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
stick
stick beside him.
beside him.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
Right. So a lot of people are like, she's abandoning him. So a lot of people also are mad at her because they're
He
like, oh,
abandoned her. He
I know, but
abandoned
they're
her.
saying they're mad because he's got dementia and
Okay.
he's old
He
and
And
said that
she
it wasn't
and she
consistent
did
with the
call the
mental
doctor.
head.
Yeah,
I
but
got a
she
girlfriend
did. Did y'all
who
see the video that I
just
posted
said
earlier today?
where
oh wow.
where did you post it?
She said this person
On
said they have a girlfriend that got ruined because of this madness and a crash victim.
Oh,
I posted the video on Chatter Up and on
okay, I'll look.
Instagram where it says that she told a doctor about her concerns about him and the dementia. a year and a half, 2 years ago. And then
Right.
that doctor recently called her and said, I think you were right. Something's going on. And she's like, didn't I just tell you that? So she did bring it to the attention. Nobody, I think if Erica was, I don't know, some ugly woman who could barely sing and didn't know how to spend the money, nobody, I'm so, if the car goes boom, she sounds better. I just think if it was a different type of person, she wouldn't be getting the attention that she's getting. People
No.
are, you think she would still
I think
get
if
the
she was the
attention?
ugliest lady in the world and her husband took money from victims, they still be like, she is wrong. She probably would get it more because ugly
Well,
people
see,
get
she
hurt
wouldn't be
more
on
than pretty
TV
people.
either. She wouldn't be on TV either.
I
So
thought this was
she got a
funny.
lot of things against her,
They
as
said
do the victims. And
crime
I think
Sutton investigations. Look, Sutton is on CSI because Sutton is in it, honey.
Yeah, Sutton. But all I could think of is that Sutton was on the receiving end of a husband that left. I don't know what the situation was, but divorcing, and he had assets that she had no idea about. So I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that. I believe that men move in ways that they don't always come home and say, we poor people. We would know if our husbands went and invested money in minor league baseball.
Mhm.
They make so much money in so many deals. Sometimes they place money that it gets transferred into other money that they didn't even know of.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So
I believe that. I've never thought that she was in on the Ponzi scheme, because it was a Ponzi scheme. Convincing people, and it's kind of jacked up because that it was a whole bunch of people, families. They didn't tell you the exact number, but all of them wasn't okay with that Ponzi scheme. All of them wasn't okay with. Some of them just said, "No, run me my money.
Give me my money.
I don't need you to give me my money in increments. Just run me my money." And those people that did trusted him, and he stole from them. He's a scumbag. I don't think anybody argues that. The problem is she's trying to get what little he may have from him.
Before
That's the problem.
I just want her to change that. If she changed that, man, Erica Jane would be cool as fans.
Girl, Erica Jane could change a whole lot of stuff right now. I don't think it would make a difference in the way anybody sees her. I really don't.
It would for me. Now, I don't know about other people, but it would for me because I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's a woman in a situation she didn't want to be in. She's going to make it through. I think she's going to make it through. I think she's strong. I think Erica's going to be okay. But I want the victims to be okay more than her. I'm just going to say that. I just do.
And that's understandable. Yeah, the victims, I don't think it's anything that I or anyone, I'm not putting the victims behind her at all.
Yeah.
I just consider her one of the victims. And I think that
she is a victim. She's a victim in this. She is. She's not a burn victim or the type of victim who's a widow, an orphan, or a cancer person. But she is a victim of a woman who believed her husband and who has been probably devastated by his actions. And his actions are a reflection of her because she was his spouse.
Yeah.
But she can overcome this. Well, this man who's burnt all over can't even walk. You know what I mean? He can't live in peace. He's hurt. So it's a different kind of hurt. And that their hurt is just greater than hers. Because she gonna be okay. Some of them may not even get paid. Because he was moved up. So he probably will, right? Wasn't he one of the top ones?
Yep, he probably will get his stuff first. And that shouldn't even be a question. I mean, they should have their money, period. So that's never been.
But yeah, I want to show Erica Jane is also, and I'm on this side too. She got a song called Cars, and they're saying that she's stealing off of Latrim's cars that go boom. Because do you know that song, George? We like the cars
that go boom. With Tisha and
Bunny, and we like the boom. Yeah. So her song says that, but I know Erica Jane did not ever hear that song. So whoever wrote that song stole from them girls, not her. So I hope people ain't blaming her for that. I saw a lot of people
she'll be the one that will have to pay. She'll be the one that will have to. She'll be the one that'll have to pay if they sue her and they actually win in court. Erica will have to pay, even though Erica was the one that didn't do it. And we all know Erica don't know nothing about Latrim.
I like Latrim, girl. You better leave them alone.
No, we all know that Erica didn't know nothing about
Oh no,
Latrice.
she didn't know nothing about them.
Yeah, she
I
don't know
think
nothing
the
about them.
writer should get in trouble, not Erica. Whoever wrote that song should get in trouble. But what else I was gonna say? I think that's all about Erica.
Okay.
Because it's the Erica show. Lisa Rinna, though, she is awful. I will say that. We don't want
You
nothing to do
know,
with her.
her
She
stuff
worse than
was
Erica.
so obvious. It was so obvious that she was saying that just because it was Garcelle and she was pissed at Garcelle over
Yeah.
the Denise. It's as if she just wanted to have something to go against her for. And then, Dorito, did she make her comments after the help question that
No.
Garcelle asked her, or when did that come? What happened there?
So, and I didn't
How
even
that?
take a screenshot of that. Dang. Okay.
Mm,
So they were sitting. I love me
well,
some Dorit, and I'm not gonna hold it against Dorit because I don't think she meant it when it came out. Because you know that the person who dressed her is black and who do her hair and whoever, but
Is
that's
she
still
for
the help.
real?
Oh, that's still the help, though, ain't it?
Or the girl, did y'all see the lady who they said was her mother's best
Best
friend?
friend, no.
Y'all didn't
yes,
see that? It was a white
Luann, we
woman
saw
with an
her.
afro.
Luann from when she wore the
Yeah.
blackface. Yes, I
Oh,
did.
is that who it was? That's why she looked familiar. Oh, okay. I thought
Joy,
that was. I didn't know. I
are
knew she
you
looked
serious?
familiar. I didn't know who it was.
That was Luann. That was the Countess, honey. As Diana
Oh,
Ross.
that's why she
As,
looked
That
as
thing
Steve
had me
Diana Ross in
laughing so
blackface. Okay.
hard. It had me laughing so hard. I
Oh,
just
I
couldn't
didn't
take
even.
it.
I promise you, I ain't
You
know
did
that.
not realize that was Luann?
Mm-mm.
I was like, who the lady? Yeah, it
That
was Luann.
when was
But yeah,
that Glow Joe posted that, right? When she posted that, I swear,
I laughed
I
so
could not stop
hard.
laughing. It was
Yeah, because
hilarious.
I was laughing. I thought it was real.
No. But yeah.
I was like, she looks so
Oh
familiar. Why do I look like I know her mama
Hey,
best
God. They got a picture of
friend?
her dressed up as Diana Ross in her eyes. That's when she did the Diana
she
Ross
does
and people
matter.
said she
But
was
she said
blackface.
that she's what, half Native
Wasn't
American?
in blackface though. Like she didn't paint her face
Her
dark.
face was
No,
darker,
but she
yeah.
was accused
On the
of
show
it.
it was. I don't know what picture that was. But on the
Yeah.
show she came in with her face darker
Mhm.
and people were kind of upset and she's dressed like a Native American and people kind of got upset. But she's like Kenya in that she says she's got it in her blood, so
Uh-huh.
yeah, no way. What else did I have? Oh, when they went to Dorit's house, honey, you see her Gucci glasses? I said, Dorit is Gucci down, honey. Her look, her outfit,
From her hair follicles to her
her
toenails, and
toenails.
that's tired
I
as
think
heck.
that's all I had on them. Oh, Garcelle has a podcast for anybody that wants to listen
I
to it.
watched it. I watched
Did you like
mhm.
it?
Yeah, it's cute. They have good chemistry together.
Yeah, so
Who is she
for
with?
a podcast called Going to Bed with Garcelle.
Oh,
So
Garcia, girl, I
oh,
was
not
thinking
Giselle. Yeah, I
Giselle.
love Giselle's them. Yeah, I love Giselle. But I think that's all. Anything else with the Beverly Hills ladies?
Girl, that
Mm-mm.
shows. Oh,
That
I
show's
thought you.
crazy.
I
Are you
thought
talking about New
you.
York?
Yeah.
Oh, only thing I got from New York was the Black Shabbat. I kind of understood it now. It was black people at a Jewish celebration. The Jewish lady was running it, and Ramona acted a donkey.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know.
Is she normally like that? Because this is my first season.
She normally wants attention. She
Wait a
Okay.
does.
minute. What I say that again? I didn't hear what you said, Montique. I'm sorry.
But how did
Who's
you
the donkey?
Ramona, did you watch New York and see how she was acting at the Black Shabbat?
Yeah, I did. Okay, yeah.
Why? I don't understand why they didn't kick her out.
They
I
messed
think
that whole thing
she.
up. She was a mess. She was a mess. So was the girl on the phone, Leah. Why is Leah
Leah,
getting so much backlash? I read that Andy had to address the backlash she's getting because of the way she's acting this season, and I thought, well, what is she doing?
I don't know because I don't think she did anything that bad at the Shabbat. I mean, I
So
thought her
she's getting
prayer was really
backlash for the
nice.
whole season.
I wondered was that one lady, that goofy lady, acting that way because she was trying to make the situation light. You
You
know,
talking about
they're
the host?
yeah. I'm wondering if she trying
Yeah,
to make it light
I think she was.
and that she sees this conversations as being too heavy. Like
Maybe
and it's happening every week. But
you
is
talking
she
about Ramona?
yeah.
Yeah. but she knew what she was going to, or maybe she didn't understand what she was going to, because we didn't know what it was until they
Because
sit
I think
down.
she just wants to have fun.
Because I mean, and I guess, but Leah said, I thought this was funny. She was like, because Ramona was making this, and she was at this Jewish lady's table talking about Jewish people hated me in college,
And
and
somebody, and she said,
I'm sure everybody
hated you in college. Yeah. I saw that.
That was the best line of the night. But that's all I got from that. I didn't get nothing else from New York. Do y'all got anything else from them?
Well, Ramona was so over the top about the topic we're probably going to hear at all the reunions. Race and comfortability with
Yeah.
Ramona are two different things. And
Yeah.
that has really played a big part in New York and in Beverly Hills this season. And then on some of the other groups, there's some people that hate both seasons, and they hate it because of the diversity from Garcelle, from Ebony, from Bershawn, from Crystal. And Ramona is
Beverly
Ramona's
Hills
acting.
didn't stay there though.
Beverly Hills handles it better though.
Yeah, Beverly Hills moved on because if you watch the after the show with Kathy, when they were talking and they were doing the after the show, one of the things that she said was she'd never even thought about these things before.
She did.
When Garcelle said, have you ever had to tell your son that when we moved into a new neighborhood that we had to go introduce ourselves to the neighbors so they wouldn't call the police on them if they saw them, up and down the street on their bikes. And they were like, no. And that's really, and I don't know how it transitioned to that, but that is the better conversation.
It is.
And to be sitting up there talking about whether or not you should say you're colorblind or not. That's something silly that I think in the 80s people wanted to be said. It's just and maybe even the 90s. We're in a new place now where it's okay to recognize people's ethnicities.
It is.
And it's okay to ask questions and to ask them, and that's one of the things that they talked about in a safe space. It's okay to ask Garcelle, is Black calling you Black okay? Or African American? That's an okay question. Even if the most racist thing that you could think of, and I'm going to ask you because I really want to know the answer. That's okay to ask.
Because I agree. I feel like you should have uncomfortable conversations and be okay with them.
This lady told me once, talking about New York, whether or not, I think we talked about this. She was talking about Kool-Aid, and I didn't
know that about Kool-Aid.
About racism, and she said that Kool-Aid was associated with Black people. I'd never even heard that in my life, and she didn't know that watermelon was a racist trope.
And that's what's the race in watermelon chicken. I don't understand chicken. But
so I had to show her why. I would rather have those kind of dialogues than the it's okay to be colorblind. It's these little surface conversations, because I genuinely did not know that, and she genuinely didn't know something, and you have those kind of conversations. Who the hell drinks? Well, how about this? Maybe about this is since the pandemic. My daughter, who's 13, had never had. She just turned 13. Never had Kool-Aid before. I bought some. Because she had never had it before. I grew up on Kool-Aid. Yeah. That's what kids, I thought it was associated with just being a child. Children drank Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Children drank, we didn't drink sodas at all. It had to be a holiday. Like we sponsored the 4th or something for us to have sodas in the house. Sodas is what adults drink.
So I didn't understand that. I've never heard that.
Kool-Aid was always served at the picnics when I was growing up. We would always be out at the park with the big yellow Kool-Aid server, and Kool-Aid was always in that. But what I was saying about Ramona's attitude on the show reflects the conversations that have been in the other groups on Facebook for Beverly Hills and for New York, especially Beverly Hills. And it has calmed down since the season has calmed down. But when it first started, the whole uncomfortable thing, Ramona was as if she was in her own little world, playing out what we're seeing for New York, for Beverly Hills, and is still seeing for New York. And so I thought that was really telling without saying a whole lot at all.
And I feel like if Ramona would just listen and have the conversation once, like they do on Beverly Hills, they can move on. But they keep trying to educate this lady who don't want to be educated. Don't Don't do it. Just let her
And
be
the
there.
best education is just through time.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna have to.
Preaching, because she does come across preachy, and she doesn't. She shouldn't have to shoulder that responsibility.
I think she feels like it for some reason. I
Yeah,
don't know why.
she
But it
should
was
not.
different because when Ramona was selling the house, she understood that you couldn't call it a master bedroom. You couldn't call it a his and her suite anymore. She understood those things.
Why
So
you couldn't
maybe
call it a his and her suite?
because people aren't his and her anymore. Sometimes it's him and him. Sometimes it's her and her. So
So
you can't
why you can't call it the master suite?
because of slavery. I'm just
Because
telling
of
you, they
slavery.
have changed because a master is a
Is
bad
that
thing.
what that was from?
Yeah,
Oh
Mm-hmm.
crap!
it was the master
But
suite.
they still say that though. They still say
But
that
they're
when you're
not
out
supposed to
looking at
say
new
that.
I
houses.
say that the master
They
upstairs.
Yeah,
It
the
got
do.
master
three.
bedroom.
It got
But
three
when you selling the
masters.
house now, you can't say those type of things.
They still
I didn't
say it
know that.
at the open house. This is the open house season, especially out here where I live. The new houses, these people, you walk in and they'll try to give you a tour, and they always say the master suite is
Master,
here.
yep. But
It's
if y'all
they
remember when
they're
she
not
talked to that
supposed to, but
guy,
they
he
should.
told her like certain things she couldn't
Girl,
say.
I never even thought about that. That was associated with slavery. It never
Yeah.
crossed my mind.
Really,
So
Joy,
it's
I'm surprised about
I'm
that.
surprised too. Look,
but there was another thing that it was dealing with people with disabilities, and I can't remember what it was. But you can't say this. It was like he told her all these
Yeah.
things that you're not supposed to say anymore. She understood it. So I think if you talk to her in a way of something she's interested in, she can get it. But this other stuff, she just ain't for it. And
and
I
I
just
think
think that
it's a lot coming at people a lot.
yeah, at
Right.
one.
You know, it's
Right.
just like I can't imagine. I'm all for learning, and that's one of the reasons why I really wish Tia. I used to love like Arrange. It used to be a show to come on called Arrange. It used to come on TLC. It
Mm-hmm.
used to come on right before 90 Day Fiance. The reason I like watching shows like that is because it kind of gives you exposure to different cultures. There
Yeah.
are so many things that I just didn't know about Jewish culture that I've learned on Arrange because there was a
Hmm.
couple on Arranged and how differently, you think about Jewish people and how they cover their heads. They actually cover their heads, but totally different. A married woman covers her head by wearing an actual wig. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. And that's Orthodox Jews.
Okay.
I never knew
Mm.
that. It's so many different cultures out there that we're just not exposed
Did
to
not know
unless
Mm-hmm.
you're just exposed to it. And I like those kind of TV shows
Yeah.
because they kind of give you. They had an arranged marriage with amongst gypsies, which
Oh,
I
I
had
would like to see
heard
that.
gypsies was an offensive
It's supposed to be an
word.
expensive word.
Gypsy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the word gypsy was normally a
Like
slur. It's
yeah, like
actually like
a
a
caravan
slur.
of thieves.
Wow.
They used to
Yeah,
think gypsies were thieves.
correct.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I
They,
never, ever, ever knew that. Never knew
but
that.
these people refer to themselves as gypsies,
Hmm.
and they kind of look like Indians from like
Okay.
Yeah.
India.
The real
Mm-hmm.
And
Indians. When Christopher
but
Columbus
their
started going. Yeah.
families, I forgot where they came from. It wasn't Bosnia, but it was somewhere. What is
Orthodox
it?
folks don't get back to me. You know what?
Having
What's
two
about
kids,
supposed
right?
to girl,
Don't
okay,
get boxing.
Okay.
Well, yeah, whatever. It was just so interesting to watch these families. They were in Jersey, and how they interact. Their children don't go; they get homeschooled. How
what?
they arrange marriages. This girl had not actually met her husband in real life when they got married. She met him that day. Their mothers
No way.
arranged them to get married,
Wow.
and
Mm-mm.
how they first time they met each other in person was at their wedding. They
I
had
have to
this
look for that
wedding,
show.
and they had a honeymoon, and how they were looking forward to having children, how they weren't getting along, and how at one point she was going to leave him. They weren't legally married either.
Because the gypsies aren't because
Yeah.
they didn't have a real wedding.
They were not legal. No, they had a real wedding. It was
I mean, it
extravagant.
wasn't like a real pastor or
And they
whatever.
They
married
married at
that
like 14.
young?
She was 17.
That's
He
crazy.
was 17.
Mm-mm.
I think he was either 18 or 19. And they moved into his parents' basement. They had finished the basement and made an apartment down there, but that was where their living room was. Their like den. They had a living room there. So him and his two younger brothers would be down there playing video games.
Because he's 18.
He was 18, but the brothers may have been like 14.
But 18-year-olds ain't ready to get married normally.
Yeah, but they have 2 children now because I see them on social media.
Oh, that's good. All right, y'all.
Hopefully they enjoyed each other then.
It's time for Huntsville. Y'all ready?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay.
I'm trying to remember.
I forgot to tell because I think I could have played that video of Mel, even though people don't want to hear her sing, so I guess I won't do it.
Did y'all see the other one that I sent you yesterday? My friend said, "Ain't this your girl?" She was in Birmingham doing some kind of
so at first I was like, when I watched, I was like, "Oh, she don't sound that good," but she trying, and her dancers had on like little thongs. I was like, "What?"
And they was like, "This was a family event."
When they panned to the audience,
they didn't get the memo. It was stuck.
When they went to the audience, and you saw them people, I couldn't watch no more because I laughed so hard. That was just not the right crowd. Yeah. Who set that up for her? Mm-hmm. Girl, we need to
live and you learn.
Share that, Kelly. I need to share.
You live and learn.
Mel, and it's crazy is that she trying to be a hot girl. It's just not necessary.
Her booty look good. I don't care what nobody says.
I mean, her body is great. I ain't say no. Let me be clear. I'm not saying that her body don't look good. Her body looks great. Mel looks great. And she had pro babies. That's not the issue.
Okay.
The issue is you don't being a hot girl is not just about not having a body or having a body. It's about you up here trying to dance and you can't, and you got on a bodysuit and you ain't Beyonce. It's not that she can't wear it physically. She looks great in it. But that's not her. That's not even her personality. She could have sang that, and her dancers looked like they had on. It was unnecessary. That's not Mel. Again, I don't understand. You want to be business and take you seriously, and you want to be a lady of the night.
Those dancers had on their dancers had on their preschool daughters' leotard.
Girl,
that was at the wrong place. Okay.
And who set this up? She does got less rhythm than Ashley of Potomac. Mel can't dance.
She can't dance, and that's what I was just saying. She could have got up there and sung that song rock left and right.
Yeah,
and that would have been fine.
Not been out of breath because she was.
She could have done a Milli Vanilli. They got away with it for years. But she's trying. She's not giving up, no matter what people say negative about her. You got to keep going.
Keep going, Mel. But she needs to do what Destiny's Child did. The daddy made them run in heels on a treadmill and sing. Mm-hmm. That's how they got their breath. Because she get out of breath real fast when she's singing. Just don't move. That's right. Just sit there.
That's what I was saying. She didn't have to move. And she wouldn't be out of breath. Like she sounded like,
it was hot outside, so she was sweating, and
she was sweating. The dancers was naked, but them people in the audience, y'all. I'm gonna post that video, Joy.
The audience view.
Because when you sent it, I couldn't even walk. I laughed so hard. I didn't even.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at the audience.
Was like, look at your girl. My friend said, "Girl, here go your girl."
Woo, that was bad.
What's she doing?
But wait a minute. The disturbing part of the whole show last night or Saturday night was, the hot girl. They are ashamed. Was the hot girl Summer and her car shopping that Marcel provides for her? What is up with his comments, though?
You talking about?
I think Marcel just be playing with folks. Like somebody said, I thought that girl I thought she had a speech impediment. She has a language and something else. And Marcel he always have something smart to say. He funny. He a funny guy.
Funny. I don't think he was being funny then, though. I think he was being honest. I am out working so that every time she wants to go buy a hot girl summer car, I can put the money back at my job.
Yeah. Oh, he meant that.
What do you think about this scene where he asked Suri to schedule their date night? I know that was a hot topic for a lot of people. Did you see anything wrong with that?
I didn't.
I didn't see anything wrong with that part.
I put everything in my calendar.
I think it's what he did. I think it's how he did it.
Yeah.
Just because he was doing it like,
poor
okay,
little
I got
preacher.
it. Was almost like Siri, a date
Right.
night on Saturday.
Mhm.
Next,
I
yeah.
think that's
But
why.
do you think it's because she didn't tell him?
That would have a lot to
That
do with
too.
it.
I
She
can't
does have a
believe she
speaker.
didn't do that. She tripped on that.
Well, you
I
can't force people into those situations, and
Right.
that's what she tried to
I
do.
think that's what upset him. And I think that's why he was kind of like, it's kind of like a nonchalant, I'm not really giving this a lot of life attitude, because she tricked him into going. And why was it, are these counselors on contract? Why they always go to the same
Is
ones
that
on
the
all
only
the shows?
counselor in Huntsville?
The looks on his face, the looks
He
was
might be
making
the only black one, though. He might
Oh,
be.
in that
that would be
area, yeah.
true. They would
He
want
was
somebody
making some of the
black.
best faces. I was like, oh boy.
I love it when he said, "You really did say that." He did the same thing with
He was like,
Martell.
Martell.
He did the same thing with Martell.
Yes.
He called that girl a peasant. He was like, "You really said that, huh?"
Like first Martell and now Marceau. Like
I'm gonna make a video of just his expressions. I bet that'll be funny.
That
Oh
is
my God.
hilarious. What do you think about Maurice leaving Kimmy? Because they left, it kind of left at the episode before, and then he came later.
Whew.
What do you
You
think
know
about
what?
him leaving her?
Well, he should not have. But God, I hate to say this. It sounds so bad, but I don't think they watch our video, so it's okay. He just does not seem like the type of person that would be the class valedictorian.
Who?
Maurice.
He was?
Yeah. And I don't mean that offensively, really. It's just that when he got up and left, that's kind of like, who does that? And then you see it's about, yeah, Kimmy put everything on Instagram. He's got the valedictorian, draped around his. I'm like this.
Well, it depends on who he was in the class with. He could have been there with Tisha.
Oh.
They will make him the valedictorian. You got to understand who was in the class, Callie.
Joy didn't say that. Them over, wait a minute. Them over there said that. They said that. Joy did not say that.
I ain't say nothing. And with me.
I'm like, okay.
But you gotta understand, if you in a class and you the smartest, don't mean you the smartest really. So he might have just went.
I cannot believe you said that. What school was y'all at? Who else was there?
What school did he graduate from? This wasn't law school, was it? Do they have valedictorians? No.
I didn't know they had real estate master's class either.
I didn't either.
I didn't either. I had never heard anybody getting a master's in real estate.
She should have left, but she stayed there and talked to them. And
I didn't think that he should have left her.
So what do y'all think though about Maurice and the ex-wife? Both of them had already talked about the vaping, but they just didn't tell her. Is she privy to that? I mean, should she have been told?
Yes. I mean, because in my opinion, it seems like she spends more time, and I could be wrong because I just watch the show like everybody else, but it seems like she spends a lot of time with, I don't want Maurice Jr. And so I don't understand why she wasn't involved. And
Maurice I think what he's doing to her is really unfair. I don't think
she did get her degree online.
I think what Maurice
did
to her is really unfair, and he treats her like she's not a parent until she needs him.
Until he needs her, right? That's true.
I think that's so unfair. I don't know. And one of the things Kimmy said that I love, she said, hopefully when he watches this back, he'll see it.
Yeah,
I really do hope he does see that, and it's no judgment, but I felt bad for her because in a sense, I hate to say it, he's using her.
He is. She's raising his son, but she's not even part of the conversation when he does something. The mom out of town knows before her, and they know the word on the street in the Potomac, not Potomac. I get to say word on the street in Huntsville.
Huntsville. I say hey.
That she could have found out about this. For her, even though the Tiffany lady,
she did from somebody else. Yeah,
she could have found out from somebody else, and I know the lady shouldn't. What you think about? Okay, back to Tiffany them house. What
And
you,
look,
Yeah.
there are things that my daughter have done that I don't necessarily. I don't share every
yeah,
detail.
Oh, yeah.
You hear me whispering?
yeah,
Yeah, so your husband won't hear what you
yeah.
do.
I'm the same way.
You know,
Just know.
because I get that. But it is embarrassing to
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do anything that he would find out about in the
Like
street.
the vaping, yeah, that's she should have known about that, especially to watch out for a pen, to watch out to make sure you don't, because don't it smell like they have like different flavor smells? Like she should
Does
have been
it?
able to be
I
like,
don't
make sure
think
you
they
don't.
make that anymore.
Oh, they don't.
Well,
I
they
don't
had
know.
cases of these kids that were dying and having heart attacks and
Is
stuff.
that from the like the cotton candy smell and all that?
Yeah, yeah.
But just to
Mhm.
make sure that you can't see the paraphernalia or whatever, so she could watch out for it. She had no idea that
Yeah.
he'd even done this. So
The other
yeah,
parents
he is
don't.
mad at other parents. So what did y'all think about? Because the interaction of Tiff and I can't think of her husband in their house. Their house looked real simple.
Who?
Normal,
Tiffany and his
yeah,
house.
yeah.
Tiffany, the new girl, and her husband. I
Yeah.
don't know his
I
name.
didn't even pay that no
Oh,
attention. But
Yeah,
the
don't
they
look
house,
at
they
their
just
house.
as normal and simple as mine, and you know what I mean.
Ours.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was very normal.
they have. I don't know if y'all go to Zillow and put in
Mhm.
Huntsville, because I do, because I really am
Yeah,
considering living there. My husband and I talk about moving to Huntsville all the time.
it's on the wall.
What was the? Oh, I don't
Yeah, you
remember
gotta
what was on the wall.
go
They
look, Joy.
all of their property that they have for sale, I would say about 70% of it is new property. It's building property.
It's building.
So people they're building there like crazy.
But
Y'all
the
see it?
the other people haven't built. I mean, what's her name's? Tiffany
Tiff.
and them. They're in an older part
Yeah,
of the
it looks
Yeah,
old.
see, I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah.
see. I'm gonna have to pay it and see, because Marceau near Mar too.
Yeah, they are now. They're building a new.
house that they're in now is an older house.
Oh,
You
what
know
did I
that
say?
they just sold Martell and what's her
Millie's.
name's house today.
Oh,
Did they
For a
really?
reason. Yeah, it sold for $955,000.
Do they split that?
Huh?
Do they split
I
that?
hope they
Like,
get a good
I
profit
assume.
because Martell needs some new suits.
honey, his medium suits ain't the move. He got to move up just one more size. I don't want him to go baggy, but he
Leave him
got.
alone.
No, they too
He's
tight.
still cute though.
I don't
He
like
fits into his jeans more than I do.
I
He
don't
is
like the
jumping.
new I don't like the new
The little lady.
the way that men are wearing those tight,
I
and they
don't
only
either.
look good.
And
They
they
don't look
flood.
good.
They
But-
short. They short looking
But if
too.
you watch like
Yeah.
an old, if you go to the video, I don't know what show they were on when the Temptations sung "My Girl."
Girl, get off.
They literally had on suits like that.
That's what
Oh,
they
yeah.
had
Short
on.
pants. They were tailored.
They wore those cigarette
Yeah.
type pants, the
Yeah.
short flooded
Pencil, what they call
style.
pencil suits or
Pencil.
something.
Mhm,
But why
mhm.
have y'all missed Martell the last 2 episodes? Have y'all noticed he has not been there?
I
Where-
I
why
have
he
not
did.
noticed.
The last two, yeah,
Why
people
has he
been
not
talking
been
about it.
He was.
What's he got? What is there for him to talk about? We know. I mean, unless he's gonna bring on Areola, what do we need to
Oh,
see
he
him
better
for?
not
To
bring
take
on
the kids to
Areola,
get
honey.
ice cream?
Not Areola.
The ice cream boy ain't gonna bring on Areola, okay? But I don't know where he is. Let's see his. And did you notice his mom called him Monster's mom called him Little Maurice? Do you think does she not want him to be called Monster? Or because I know people are upset about
Oh,
his
I
name.
didn't notice that. Are they? Why?
I don't want to see no man with no ashy ankles in the suit. Yeah, he gonna guess, honey. They hot. What they call? Because I always call
Ankles
it
ain't
hot
never
water,
been ashy.
but people say high water. Is it hot water or high water?
Montel's pants are short, but he looks somehow he still looks good. He still looks very good in them.
They just too tight.
Mhm.
So what else? I think that was it. What do y'all think about the Taco Tuesday night?
What I miss?
I'm really confused
Oh,
about Destiny's friendship. First of all, it looks one sided from Mel. Mel is a friend of her, but she's not a friend to Mel.
Destiny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and how she why she went to Tish and not Melanie to call her on the phone and say, "Hey," and she even addresses things accusatory.
Mhm.
Like,
Well,
yo, did you know this girl was
she
gonna come on
did
her and
that.
say that?
She did that because she knows Tish has had beef with Melody. That's why she felt comfortable
Yeah,
doing
it
it.
was what.
It was
Yeah,
Oh,
shady.
so the enemy of my enemy gonna be
yeah,
Yes.
I don't
my
I
like
know y'all
it.
friend.
friends now, but I remember when y'all weren't. So
Thank you,
let's
y'all. I didn't get that. Y'all right.
I
Yep.
Okay,
don't
that
like it.
I don't like that either. Okay, I'm looking at her sideways now. I want to put her on the cover.
So I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, does she have a storyline that would keep her there? Do you think she has to get a new man in order to stay on, or
She just got a beef with Melody. That's probably what it's gonna be. Okay, I know.
It's crazy too because I mean you're assuming that they had a rundown and say, "Girl, go
Girl,
after,
this is what you're gonna do.
go yeah, go ahead, say it." I
But
think that's I I
somebody
don't
gotta
get
bring
it.
the bones, Antoinette. Somebody gotta bring them, honey. And Tish is gonna
wouldn't
be
it
the
be a
bone
nice
collector.
little twist in the show? Now this, oh my God, that would be a nice little twist. Since her and Melanie are kind of at odds, and Maurice has, I mean, what's his name? Martell has not been on there. I don't
Girl,
know. Maybe Martell and
they
what's her name can. Maybe Martell and Destiny could
definitely don't
talk
want
and
Nah,
Martell.
they're
seek
friends,
out each
and
other's.
if you notice, Martell and her ex-husband are real friends.
And if you notice, they don't.
Notice if you notice, Martell was the only person she didn't have to tell that she was
That she
divorced.
was
He
divorced.
already knew.
He knew it.
Oh, I didn't
And
know. What
Martell
do you
don't
mean?
like
Did
come
she?
out.
They talked about that?
Yeah.
No, well, they talked about. He mentioned that's why you
When you
divorced
divorce
now,
your mouth.
but she didn't have to tell
Mm-hmm.
everybody else that she was
Okay.
divorced.
Because
She
Tish
didn't
So
was
have
he knew.
shocked.
to tell Martell.
Tish was shocked. And that shows Melody didn't even tell Tish about Destiny being divorced. Tish
Yeah,
had to hear from Destiny
right.
at the card lot. And
Yeah.
oh, Miss Wanda, next
I
Martell
saw
will be
that.
on
What
next
is up
week.
with that?
Look at her talking about Martell's the only man that's Joy. You
What
must
is
have
up with
talked to
that?
her and told her to try to get them back together so you can be
I
right.
know.
I,
But no,
hey,
I mean, is
Girl,
that so?
Miss
That is
Wanda,
what she
look,
would tell.
Wanda want to
That's
be
what she
on
gonna tell
TV.
Tisha to do when it happens to Tisha.
Wanda want to be on TV.
I'm
Is that
saying
what it
whatever
is?
to be relevant. Is that
Leave
what you?
Wanda J. Blige alone.
I was just shocked that she said go back to Martell.
But
I
is so we now know what she's gonna say if there's ever any truth to the rumors about Marcel's side people. If so, we already know what Mama Wanda is gonna say. Go fight for your man.
I did write one thing about the counseling session that Marceau said that kind of caught me off guard. He said, I elevated your ability to complain. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting here like,
He's
what
funny.
in the heck? I mean, I thought that was a great line, but I didn't appreciate it. But I
I
was like,
mean,
I mean,
first of all,
okay,
it's kind of
but
funny.
still,
First of all, but he was just like, "Girl, spend my money and shut up."
shut up. But
Exactly.
the way he said it, I was like, I'm gonna steal that from you, okay?
Yeah, he's a
I don't
comedian.
know who I'm gonna say it to, but I liked it. I didn't
I
like it,
liked
but
it
I
too.
did. Yeah, I was like,
Okay, so him and Maurice act so different for them to be brothers. They're a
yeah,
little bit the same, but really, really different. I would just love to see Kimmy and Marcel. It just they are two totally different people for them
they
to be
are.
blood brothers. That's
Hmm.
But Mark,
interesting.
I thought that was the best line of the
But
night.
they actually talking very similar at sometimes.
Mark,
Sometimes.
yes.
Maurice doesn't talk all that sexist stuff,
Hmm.
but he said some things that you'll be like, they think they have place. They believe in lanes. There it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, because
They
Kimmy got a
believe in
lane, Chris
lanes.
got a lane. Yeah, they do have a lane. What else did I have? Okay, last thing, and then if y'all had something else, let me know on my thing. Was them talking to their son on camera. I know we talked about people talking to kids about
Yeah,
embarrassing things on camera. They
I
talked
didn't
about
like.
the vaping. They talked about sex. They talked about a lot of that stuff on camera. Was you uncomfortable, or did you think it was a moment for people to learn how to talk to their kids, or seeing two parents who aren't married co-parent, or I mean, what was your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I don't have a son,
Yeah,
but
I
I
don't
don't
either.
know. I don't know that I would have wanted that. I definitely wouldn't have had that conversation on camera with my daughter. maybe boys are different. The daddy was there. I don't
Maybe.
know. I don't
I
know.
think he felt like he was forced to have a father-son kind of conversation with him because that lady put him out there. That look, I don't know Tiffany. She may
But
be a
that was
great
bad.
Oh,
girl,
you talking about
but
because she put the info
yeah,
out.
but what
Okay.
she did was flat out wrong. That's still a
Mm-hmm.
child.
Yeah.
You've put him out in a way that people are going
Prepared
to
him, but not on.
mess
Right.
to question his character.
And that's
Right.
what
A
he said.
child.
No matter what, they're always going to question.
And I
Is
like
that the
that
vapor?
what
Yeah,
did he
that's
say to
sad.
him? He said, I want a healthy marriage. I said, what you trying to say? Neither one of them got one.
Yeah, I was
Mm-hmm.
wondering what that meant too.
Yeah.
But yes, honey, Joy, I'm elevating your ability to complain. Okay.
So shut the hell up and
So
spend
shut
this
the hell up
money.
and spend some money. I'll do it. Okay.
He
I'll
is
Erica
so
Jane in a
funny.
minute and be like, I didn't know. You hear me? Come on, Tom.
He
Um,
is so funny.
so another okay, let's do encore real quick. I don't have much to say. The only thing I have to say is here's the final group. Pam's doing the solo career. I thought
Mm.
the songs were good. I liked the one Say Something with all the women's names. They had like
Mm-hmm.
Kamala Harris, Meghan Markle. Other than that, it was blah. What y'all think?
Yeah, I don't know about the group name being Blueprint.
Well, Nivea gave them that name. I'm surprised they kept it.
It's not a bad name. I mean, it's a good name if you think about this is supposed to be a blueprint of how you put a girl group together.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
Mm,
not a good blueprint. Or is it
mm.
that they set the blueprint for other girl groups
Mhm.
in
Okay, I can see that if you say it
that's
that
how
way.
I took it, because this is not a blueprint of how you put some girl groups together.
Mm-mm.
Because
I would
only
like for
five
them to
people.
be, yeah, I'd like to see them do something successful though. I mean, I think Shamari DeVoe,
She want to go
she that would be
Tokyo.
good for her. Yeah, it'd
I
be
wish
good for
she
us to
would
see
come back
her.
to Housewives.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was probably the only one there that knew how to talk to people and get
Mm-hmm.
along with people.
With
Like,
everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have to go back and watch.
I really wish she had given Housewives another season because I
Yeah.
think she would have found a groove.
Yeah. Oh, it's one thing I didn't talk about.
And she's
Huntsville.
married to a little of black
And she's
oil.
married to, yes, royalty.
I forgot to mention Melanie's video comes out on the 20th for those
I
who
can't wait to see if this is Martell in here.
Well, if you sign up on her YouTube page, you get to see it a day earlier. Did y'all know that?
Oh,
She
well,
said
one
that
of
in her
y'all do that
live
and we
last
can
week.
show it.
I know, right?
Because I don't think I'm gonna do that. So
Okay.
the only thing I have for pop, did you have anything else for Blueprint?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Only thing I had pop culturized was Bravo gets their women from Potomac from Say Yes to the Dress. Ashley was on there, Monique was on there,
Oh,
Mia was on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 20.
Mia was on there. I need
Yeah,
to go look
people
for
been
that
talking. I
episode.
haven't seen it, but
I
I
saw
didn't listen.
Ashley. Yeah, I
And
saw
so was
Ashley.
Monique. Monique was on there. What else did I have? Let me look.
Monique had a back to school sale on her oils, y'all. I forgot to send that out
I'm
to
not
y'all.
buying it. Okay. Portia's leaving Dish. People are speculating, and I'm gonna tell you how crazy people are. They saying
Okay.
she's leaving because the ratings went down because she dating Simon. Child.
Okay.
She's just leaving because she
I'm
got too many jobs. Okay, she tired.
Yeah, I don't.
She's doing
I
this.
think I don't know what I believe about if a rating would go down because she's dating Simon. Not now that everything is out there. Clearly, the girl, it was a bad look, but it seems like she's moved on quickly and she's with her
Fallon,
new
yeah.
little son. And I don't know. I don't know that would have stopped people. And people still love Portia, even though it
Yeah.
was a bad look.
But
I
I don't
it
think
was
that's
not
why.
good, but yeah, I don't either.
Tonight, I'm going to watch it. I don't know if you are, but it's the start of Bravo Chat Room. They're
Is
taking over 2
Karen the
weeks
one
for
tonight?
Andy.
Who's tonight?
MJ is first. Then
Oh,
it's
good, good.
Ebony, Brandy, Heather Gay from Salt Lake. Then Karen. Karen will be on Friday. And
All
then
right.
it'll be
I
that's
Mark.
want
gonna
to see
be interesting to
Heather.
see Karen on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
want to
Candace is
see
going to be on there the
Heather.
following Friday. So
Candy
this
is?
is, yeah, she's
Oh,
going to
Candy
be,
Dillard.
yeah, you
Okay,
see the
Candy.
lineup. Then it's
Oh,
Margaret,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Leah, Heather Dubrow, Lala, and then Candace. So I want to see how Gizelle and Karen act. I mean, I think they're friends on the show. They frenemies, but in real life, I think all these people are really just freaking friends. You don't like Simon Antoinette? I don't know if I trust him, but he bought Portia them pretty dresses, so
I think Simon is
He
a
rented them.
Peter. I think he is a comeback guy.
Yes.
I think he gonna be smart alecky. He gonna be in the. But I will say this. I don't know. Y'all watch Dennis. Anytime Portia posts something
let's get the bed.
on anytime Portia posts something on Instagram,
He has some nice
Dennis
stuff.
always supports her. When she quit, whatever the name of that show is, he was just like, babe, you on to bigger and better things. He seemed like a really stand-up guy. I mean, I don't know where they get them at, but he's a baby daddy.
Well, I'm about to show y'all Dennis, and y'all tell me what y'all think, okay?
I saw that little Geronimo outfit.
We wear short shorts. If you say wear short shorts, what y'all think about this?
Wear short
shorts. It's the no socks with church shoes for me.
And is that the mayor of Atlanta that he's with?
Yeah, that's the
mayor thing.
That's the mayor.
And the mayor's probably looking back at the picture thinking, look at the tattoos.
I had to put him on there because I'm like, this is the mayor. And you were
his shoes are nice.
I didn't know he had all those tattoos. I think
is one of them a burn?
Or is that a bad tattoo? What else? I don't know. Do we have anything else? Oh, I did want to show this. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. And then I don't think I had nothing else. Let me see. I labeled everything. So, Oh, New Jersey's filming. And they look at Jennifer. You know, she just had her nose or something done. So she got her.
Wait, where's my girl at?
Ooh. Is that Jennifer with the thing?
Yeah, that's Jennifer with the thing. I think that's her with that on her face. If not, they still icing her out. And it's somebody else.
Her face. Okay.
Or it's a new lady.
Like her.
So that's Carolyn, because it's a new lady too. It might be her. They icing Jennifer out if she wasn't at this thing.
Okay.
Why don't look like do that to her, y'all?
They said that what's her name went after her hard.
Margaret.
Yeah.
Margaret would be the easiest person to take down to me. Because Margaret, come on, you screwed the plumber. You left your whole family for the plumber. Ain't nothing you can say about me after you do something like that. Because I'm going to always come at you harder and win.
Your kids don't need mess with you.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's all they really have to say. Is your kids don't even like you.
Yeah.
I
would not. Yeah, come at me, Margaret. Okay.
And I don't dislike Margaret. But I just don't think,
I like her. She's funny, but
I just don't think they should be icing Jennifer out.
I like Jennifer.
Is her name Jennifer? Okay, yeah. Jennifer, if you are listening, because I know you're probably a fan of our page. Okay.
If not, you need to be.
Margaret is not the one to run from. I mean, come on.
I don't know if they're running. I just think they won't film with her. Remember how they did Mariah? On
yeah. Nobody will film with her.
I don't even think Teresa will film with her.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. But I don't understand. Another thing. Let's see what else I had, y'all. I had a few more things I want to say. Gotta find it. There's a rumor of a Bravo Housewives All-Star 2.
Yeah, I saw that with
When's All-Star 1 going to be played?
And it's supposed to be like Phaedra.
Yeah.
Oh,
here goes Phaedra. It's with Vicky, Dorinda, which is I think is really missing from New York. Jill Zarin from New York. Eva. They still don't have anybody from Potomac, which trips me out. Brandy, Phaedra, and Taylor from Rebecca.
Now you know that what's her name said. What's her name? Gizelle said she was supposed to be in the original cast.
Yeah.
But something happened and they had to push production back, so she couldn't.
Yeah, man, if I was Gizelle, I wouldn't want to be with none of them though, because ain't none of them even on the show no more. They the misfits. I wanted to show this because I thought this was funny. The Jen and Gizelle have on this crazy old hat. Salt Lake City is coming. I don't know who wants to watch it, but the trailer was really good.
I tried to watch the rerun last week. I can't get into it.
It's September 12th if anybody wants to watch it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I want to show Mariah Look how young she looks.
Yeah, she looks.
Mhm.
I said her not being on the show, she needs to stay off of it. She got some peace in her life. You know what I mean?
She looks
And
good.
another thing that y'all hear about, I got two more things, and I don't know if you have anything else. These fake COVID-19 vaccine record holders.
Yeah. I heard
Um,
it's
What in the world? I
they are from
mean,
China, and I think something is spelled wrong. So that's how people
okay, I
know
was
that
about to
they're
say because it looks like the real one. So send me
yeah,
that
I think
picture outside of here so I can look at them because they
but
look just like
you
my
get
car.
a $10,000 fine if you caught with her. They said a couple had went to Hawaii
Hawaii, yep,
and
and they
had
got
brought
caught.
and had the fake ones.
Yep.
Oh,
And then do y'all have anything else before I do this last thing? Oh,
no, no,
Fallon, I didn't
no.
watch her first episode, but her
Oh,
show
I
is
did.
out.
I watched it.
She so creatively covers her stomach.
Yeah, I said I didn't watch it, yeah, but on pictures she shows it but they could be old. They
Yeah.
could be old pictures. So I can't wait to see if she's pregnant, because
How
but
old is she? Never mind. I don't even
she
want to
like
get
that
back to.
little Jalen, honey. But the last thing that I wanted to end on is we are
Mm.
all praying for Haiti. They had the earthquake, and we just hope that everyone's okay. I know Garcelle posted pray for her people. So
Oh
we just
yeah, she is from Haiti.
yeah, so we just want to pray for them. This is like their second earthquake in like a short period of time, right? So they've been through a lot of devastation. And I think didn't their president just get assassinated too?
Yeah.
So Haiti's going through a lot. So we're just gonna
Yeah,
pray
they
for
are.
them.
And then,
And
I don't know if any of our listeners are going through what's happening in Afghanistan there, but the way that we
oh
brought
yeah,
our troops home and how much that
yeah,
President Biden is under the heat now for really not apologizing for ending the war there. But they say the president of Afghanistan left with helicopters and
yeah,
cars full of money,
full of money.
and
Uh,
they show people just running attached to the US plane trying to get out the country.
Ooh,
So people are going through it with that right there now, and Biden's coming under a lot of pressure
yeah, we
for
just
that.
Yeah,
gotta
he
So
just did a thing basically saying, look, we've been over there 20 years. The United States been over there 20 years
yeah,
yeah,
trying to train them, and in less than 5 days, Taliban. That tells me we really need to get out because we
we
can't spend another 20 or 30 years over there.
right,
Hopeful that they'll be able to defend themselves, but they shouldn't have
right,
been over there in the first place.
they should
right. So
not.
do we
Yeah,
leave? Do we leave now, or do we stay for another 20, 25 years?
Yeah,
you
So
gotta
he's not pulling
eventually
back.
leave. I mean,
Yeah.
you just got
So
to. I want to put our little disclaimer.
yeah.
Everything is creative. All of our opinions. We really just want to talk to y'all. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. What else, Callie? Facebook, YouTube,
YouTube.
and I think that's
That's
it.
everything.
Mhm.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Yeah,
Yes.
follow us.
And
We
every
post
Sunday
every
at
Sunday. Well,
4,
today's Monday
unless
because we
it
had a lot
differs.
going on. Joyce, baby, how's your baby's birthday party? Was it good?
It
Happy
was cool. It was a
birthday.
drive by.
Okay, good. It was a
Yeah.
drive-by.
Yeah, it was literally, we had food set in the garage with a fan on,
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
ready to pass you food and
oh,
cake.
that's nice. I know a lot of people are doing those because of the Delta
Yeah.
variant.
Yeah, it's
So,
getting worse. Yeah. So,
so
all
everybody
right.
stay safe, mask up if you can. I'm not telling people to get vaccinated, but just take care of yourself because hospitals are getting overrun and overcrowded, and
Yep, they
we just
are.
want everybody to be safe. Y'all want to peace out? 1, 2, 3.
Peace out.
I don't know where my camera. Here I go. Peace. All right, y'all. Be good. See y'all next Sunday.
All right.